You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phillies Baseball on the Our Phillies Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baseball Town. The Reading Fightin' Phillies welcome the New Hampshire Fisher Cats for a 6-game series, beginning with tonight's matchup. The Reading Fightin' Phillies now one game under 500 at 25-26. They take on the Fisher Cats, who come in at 10 games under 500 in the second half at 19-29. That's the overall structure for tonight's game. But the important numbers are this: for the Reading Fightin' Phillies, they are very much in the second half playoff chase in the Northeast Division of the Eastern League. Somerset is right now in command not only of the second half but of the league. The Patriots won the first half, and so if they continue on and win the second half, it will be a chase for whoever finishes in second place. Somerset is already in, so it's a matter of then whoever finishes in second place. And beginning in tonight's game, Binghamton, Portland, and Reading all separated by just 2 games. And so the Phils with a great opportunity to move up in the standings and claim that second spot if, in fact, they can take care of business this week, and with now only 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Again, the Phils and the Fisher Cats. And, Jake, I guess the good news is that the Phils, in a lot of ways, still control their own destiny, especially with the fact that they've got 2 straight series here at home this week, and then beginning next Tuesday against Portland. That's the good news. The bad news is it's not very good at home.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part of this entire conversation, is that this is a Reading team that is played really good baseball here in the second half. They're 25-26 after a first half where they only won 28 games in total. So I was talking to someone yesterday, and I said the way this first half went, for them to not just be playing better, but to be in the conversation of a playoff spot. We have 3 weeks left to play. That's a true testament to this entire coaching staff and these players for, turning things around the way they did the second half of the season. But, no, I mean, look, fate is in their hands. They very much control their own destiny. You have a team in New Hampshire that stands in front of you this week, and it's a team that you've struggled against this year. You're 6-12 overall, but it's a team that has been just completely gutted. I mean, Ricky Tiedemann, who starts tonight, he's still here, but he has struggled. He's had some bicep issues throughout the season as well. That sidelined him for a handful of months. But, Relvis Martinez is gone. Adam Kloffenstein, Sem Robersa, they got traded. Just today, Leo Jimenez and Stuart Baroa, 2 more of their, top guys got traded. So the prospects, in essence, in New Hampshire, they're dwindling. They're not playing great baseball, especially here in the second half. They're just 19-29, worst record in the league in the second half. So it's a team you struggled with, and yes, the home versus road splits are pretty drastic. Reading a much better team on the road versus at home, but you have an opportunity staring you right here in the face. You have a team that on paper you are a lot better than, and then you have the 2 teams that are ahead of you. Portland here at home next week, and then you go on the road for 6 at Binghamton to close out at least hopefully the regular season. Hopefully there's more after that, but you control your own destiny. And I think really from this point forward, 18 games left to go. Each game's a playoff game at this point, and I'm certainly excited to kind of see how this team responds to the challenge.
Yeah, and it's an interesting mix that is still here in Reading with this team. There obviously are guys who have been here throughout this season, guys like Carlos De La Cruz and Oliver Dunn, who have become linchpins in the lineup for Al Padrique through this drive in the second half. But they've all believed that in this clubhouse from the beginning of the season through some of the lowest points of the season, they've believed that there's enough talent here that they could be and should be a playoff team. But now you've also interjected some other players into the mix in the clubhouse. It is the nature of minor league baseball at this time of the year. You're going to see guys who have moved up, moved down, whatever the case may be. Last time the Phils were home, we saw a Somerset team that had a number of players who were earlier in the year at AAA and have been at AA. We haven't seen a whole lot of that here in Reading, but what we have had is an influx of some guys from Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore didn't qualify for the playoffs in the first half, but they were in the thick of things. So some of these guys who have the additions of guys like Nick Ward and Marcus Lee Sang, those guys, and also importantly, the guys in the bullpen, have all been a part of some playoff chases, if you will, some tighter games, some more meaningful games. So you mix all that together, and you've got a team that, again, has themselves in a spot to make a run if, in fact, they can stay hot like they did last week.
And it's an organization as a whole that every affiliate is either in or in the conversation for a chance to play postseason baseball. I mean, you look at it here, yes, I know at the end of the day it's about player development, but I think building a winning culture starts with chasing the postseason and chasing wins. You looked at that, 2015, 2016 Reading teams. It was a similar conversation with that. And I mean, just real quick, Lehigh Valley's at the top of the International League. Reading's 2 games back. Jersey Shore's 2 games back. Clearwater already clinched the first half title, so they'll be into the postseason. And then you go down, past that, the Dominican Summer League Phillies are currently in the DSL semifinals right now, so they're playing playoff baseball. So, yes, you want individual success throughout the organization,
right,
but I think team success is just that much more important because these guys are going to climb together, and you want them to learn how to win together.
So that is all a piece of the puzzle. Reading Fightin' Phils, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. That's our matchup. Right-hander Adam Leverett on the mound for the Fightins, and as Jake said, left-hander Ricky Tiedemann on the mound for the Fisher Cats. We'll take a timeout. We get back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. We'll have the starting lineups and first pitch right after this from Baseball Town.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phillies Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Center.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to First Energy Stadium as the Reading Fightin' Phils and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats begin a 6-game series here in Reading. A series that will wrap through the weekend and conclude on Sunday. Fisher Cats and the Phils. The Fisher Cats hold the lead in the series over the course of this 2023 season. They've won 12 of the meetings so far. Reading has won 6. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. It's time for our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the visiting Fisher Cats. Alan Roden leads off for New Hampshire, followed by the hot-hitting Miguel Geraldo. Damiano Palmigiani will bat in the 3 spot. Batting cleanup is Will Robertson. Batting in the 5 hole is Rainer Nunez. Batting 6th is Phil Clark. Batting 7th, Trevor Schwecke. Batting 8th is Michael Turconi. And the designated hitter for the Fisher Cats bats 9th. That is Riley Terada, and they will be facing right-hander for the Fightins, Adam Leverett.
Adam Leverett, in essence, an opener tonight in what will be a bullpen game for the Fightin' Phils. It's his 6th start this year. He's 0-3, a 3.52 ERA. This is 32nd game, 53 2/3 innings pitched, 48 hits allowed, 22 walks, 44 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .245 against him, and last 2 starts, he's been really good. 3 innings each time at Hartford the first week of August, at New Hampshire, who we saw back on August the 9th, went 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs each time. Last time against New Hampshire where he started, got 3 strikeouts, so you'll hope for similar results tonight. He can get you through 3, turn it over to the bullpen from there and see where this game gets you.
Our EPAW Weather Consulting game time temperature, 74 degrees, playing under some cloudy skies here in Baseball Town. A little bit of a breeze at about 5 to 7 miles an hour. That's brought to you by EPAW Weather Consulting, source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Adam Leverett's first pitch is a bit high for a ball. The second one is there for a called strike. Facing Alan Roden, hitting at .321 for the Fisher Cats. After being called up in the middle of July from Vancouver, the high A affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. And Leverett's third pitch also misses up and in. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to left-hand hitting Alan Roden. 5 home runs, 21 RBI since his call-up. He swings at this one and fouls it down the first base line. Defense behind Adam Leverett. Ethan Wilson is in left. Madison Stokes is in center field. Jalen Ortiz is in right. Carlos De La Cruz is at first. Oliver Dunn at second. Casey Martin back and healthy again is at shortstop, and Pedro Martinez is at third. Max McDowell is behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Alan Roden. Left-hander, Phil's playing it pretty well straight away all the way around. He drives this one to right field. Jalen Ortiz will take a jog back. He'll look up. It's over the fence, and Alan Roden greets Adam Leverett with a home run to lead it off, his 6th in a Fisher Cat uniform, and that quickly New Hampshire jumps out on top.
Alan Roden wastes little time getting that one over the right field fence. Pitch out over the plate, squared up, got over, and well, it's the kind of start you're looking for if you're New Hampshire on the road. Get a quick lead early.
On the last series for New Hampshire, against Binghamton, they lost 4 out of 5, but Roden had a good trip, good series. He was 7 for 21. He also walked 6 times. He keeps it rolling here, and now passes on to an even hotter hitter in Miguel Geraldo. Geraldo was 7 for 23 on that last series. He had 2 home runs and 8 RBIs, and the first pitch from Leverett misses outside again. It's ball 1. Geraldo on the season hitting at .281, 12 home runs, 52 RBIs. Has been with the Fisher Cats throughout the season. Big cut at the off-speed pitch. He's way out in front of it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to the 22-year-old Miguel Geraldo. 20 doubles on the season to go along with his 12 home runs. This one is outside, and again, Leverett falls behind. It's 2 balls and a strike. This one fouled down the first base line and out of play. So Leverett gets the count even again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cesar Martin, the manager for the Fisher Cats, coaching the third base box. Chris Schaefer coaches at first base, as Geraldo now will call timeout with 2-2 on him. Adam Leverett, a little bit frustrated, takes a pace around the pitcher's mound. Already down after the leadoff home run from Alan Roden. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the hitter Miguel Geraldo. And fouls another one out of play. As I mentioned, Binghamton losing 4 out of 5 to Binghamton was New Hampshire. Their last game of that series was rained out. In the meantime, the Phils did a nice job on the road again at Harrisburg last week, winning 4 and losing 2 to the Senators. So Another nice job on the road for the Fightins, and they are a game under 500 coming into tonight's play. Again with the foul ball, Geraldo takes this one outside. Now the count is full at 3-2. So the Fisher Cats making Adam Leverett work in this first inning. They're getting the count to 2-2. Roden took Leverett deep, and now Geraldo takes it to a 3-2 count. This one back through the middle. Oliver Dunn dies but can't get there, and Miguel Geraldo continues the inning with a single. Still nobody out here in the first.
Yeah, Geraldo wins a impressive battle between him and Adam Leverett. Stung one, it was on the ground, but hit hard at 95 miles per hour. So back-to-back hits for New Hampshire. And you know, got to think the approach is, it's been 2 good at-bats so far. Get pitches on Leverett. You know, he's only in for 2, maybe 3 innings. The more pitches you get on him, you know, the more pitchers you force Reading to use tonight. So, you know, two at-bats so far, and the approach has been simple. Just get pitches on him.
Damiano Palmigiano swings at the first pitch, and he serves a single into center field. And so the Fisher Cats continue to knock Leverett around here in the first inning. 3 straight hits now to start the first. And with 2 on and still nobody out, it'll bring up Will Robertson.
You know, I think Stokes, not sure we would have gotten it regardless, but kind of started back and then had a late dash in at the last second to try and field that one. But New Hampshire, I mean, the ideal start that you wanted.
Robertson, another left-handed hitter in the lineup, and he'll swing at the first pitch and line that one into right field. Jalen Ortiz on it quickly and gets it in quickly in a nice throw, and everybody will move up just 1 spot. Well played in right field by Ortiz. It's another base hit, however, for the Fisher Cats. Now have them loaded.
3 straight hits by the Fisher Cats, wasting no time on that one. Here comes our Phillies pitching coach, Brad Bergeson. Leverett definitely looks a little bit frustrated, which, you know, understandably so. You give up 4 straight hits to start the game, you know, and New Hampshire's right on it. I don't know if there's something he's doing that maybe New Hampshire's picking up on, and that's a part of the conversation. Obviously, you want to settle him down. You love a ground ball here. You're certainly willing to trade a ground ball double play here for a run, without a doubt. But, you know, not sure if it's, like I said, a case of maybe is he tipping a little something, or if it's just a case of just settling him down and hitting his spots.
Well, the interesting piece of this is the fact that the first 2 batters, Roden and Geraldo, kind of worked the count a little bit. Maybe it's just simply that they got enough to see in that dugout, because Palmigiano and Robertson didn't waste any time. They swung at the first pitch and greeted him with base hit. So whether it was just that they got a chance to see enough of Leverett by Roden and Geraldo working as many pitches as they did, but the Fisher Cats have a run in. They have the bases loaded, still nobody out, top half of the first inning, and Rainer Nunez, their 5-hole hitter, will bat. Phils will stay back on the infield. As Jake said, they'll look to try to trade a double play here just to try to get some outs. And the first pitch to Nunez is over for a called strike. Nunez at 228 on the season, 6 home runs and 28 RBIs since being called up from Vancouver at the end of May. Second pitch is a bit low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Rainer Nunez. Evan Johnson calling the balls and strikes tonight. Kevin Manzuk is at first base. Brian DeBrouwer is at third base in our Eastern League umpiring crew. This one back through the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Geraldo will score. They're going to wave Palmigiani around, and he will score without a throw. It's 3-0 Fisher Cats, and still nobody out.
New Hampshire doing everything hard, finding every hole in the infield. That was even a bad spot. It was a fastball in the outside corner that he just got enough on. I mean, 94 off the bat, so hit it plenty hard on the ground and just hit it in the right spot.
So make it 5 straight hits now for the Fisher Cats. Still nobody out, 2 on. And Phil Clark now will bat. Clark with 16 RBIs on the season, hitting at 255, 6 home runs, 16 RBIs. And used predominantly as a backup catcher, if you will, for the Fisher Cats, not their everyday catcher. He takes the first pitch from Adam Leverett for a ball. Still no movement into Phil's bullpen. As Jake said, they'd like to get 2 or 3 innings out of Adam Leverett, but not sure how much longer this can go. He's at 19 pitches already and still doesn't have an out. This one, a ground ball to Oliver Dunn. He'll flip to Martin for 1. The relay is in time, just what Adam Leverett needed. Robertson will move up to third base, but now 2 outs in the inning.
That's exactly what you need, because now, you know, when you give up 5 straight hits, and you have 2 on and it's 3-0, in essence, you kind of feel like you're underwater. You're looking for just something. So in essence, you know, you get that double play ball, you throw the life jacket on. You feel like you're coming back. You can get your head above water. You're floating a bit more. And now it becomes a case of trying to get this third out.
That'll be Trevor Schwecke, who stands in, right-handed hitter. He's been with the Fisher Cats throughout the season, takes the first pitch for a ball. Schwecke coming off just a 1-for-13 series in the 5-game stand against Binghamton, hitting at .266 on the season. 1 ball and no strikes. Leverett still pitching from the stretch with a runner at third base now in 2 outs. This one ripped into left field. Long run for Ethan Wilson, and he will not get there as it hits the base of the fence. Another run comes in as Schwecke will roll into second base with a stand-up double. It's now 4-0.
That was an off-speed pitch right over the heart of the plate, and Schwecke, he stung it and got all of it.
13th double of the season for Schwecke. 29th RBI of the year. Now, Leverett is still not out of the woods, with still another runner in scoring position at 2 outs, and the 8-hole hitter Michael Turconi steps to the plate. Turconi playing in his 14th game for the Fisher Cats since being called up from Vancouver. First pitch from Leverett, again, misses the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 pitch is way inside. It's now 2-0. Turconi, a Pittsburgh product, plays high school baseball at Blackhawk High School, so no doubt some words may be exchanged at home plate with Max McDowell, who's also a Pittsburgh product. 2 balls and no strikes, however, to the left-hand hitting Michael Turconi. Called up to New Hampshire on August the 9th from Vancouver. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, comes up empty. At Vancouver, he's hitting at .299 with 7 home runs and 41 RBIs. Wake Forest product hitting just 8 for 41 since his call-up. 2-1 now as he stands in. And that's over an inside corner for a called strike. McDowell didn't catch it cleanly, but blocked it out, kept it out in front of him. So no chance for Schwecke to move up. He remains at second base, 2 outs, 2-2 now the count to Michael Turconi. This one's fouled straight back. 27 pitches now for Leverett in this first inning. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Michael Turconi. Fisher Cats 1 more batter away from batting around here in the first. That one's way inside. Good block by McDowell. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Turconi. Leverett, 24-year-old from Macon, Georgia. Made 11 starts last year here in Reading. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one lifted up into shallow center field. Madison Stokes has to take a couple of steps in, a couple steps to his right. He'll make the catch, and the half inning finally ends, but not before the Fisher Cats put 4 runs up. They did it on 6 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left. So the Fightins will try to fight out of a hole when they come to the plate for the first time. We come back to Baseball Town.
Gear up for Fightin Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phil's team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Take a look at the Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Nick Ward will lead off. He is the designated hitter tonight for the Fightins. Carlos De La Cruz bats second. Oliver Dunn third. Jalen Ortiz is in the cleanup spot. Madison Stokes bats fifth. Casey Martin sixth. Ethan Wilson will bat seventh. Max McDowell eighth. And Pedro Martinez will bat ninth. And the first pitch to Nick Ward is over for a called strike. That lineup is facing left-handed pitcher for the Fisher Cats, Ricky Tiedemann.
The top prospect in the Blue Jays organization, number 33 overall, according to MLB Pipeline. Tiedemann, he's struggled with some injuries this year. Missed a lot of time. Only a second start against Reading. Made his return from the IL on August 11th. Went just 2/3 of an inning against the Phils. Allowed 3 runs on 4 hits.
Nick Ward fouls one away, so he is behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Overall, Tiedemann 0-4, a 6.75 ERA. This start number 8th. Made a couple of rehab stops in the Florida Complex League along with Single A Dunedin.
Ward bounces this one foul. Ray Ricker will take a couple steps over and then let it go. Ray Ricker coaching at first. And of course, the manager, Al Patrique, is in the third base coaching box. Tiedemann turned just 21 years of age on August the 18th. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ward. That's way outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tiedemann fastball, 95, 96 mile an hour range. Can get a bit higher. Also a changeup, which is scattered as his best pitch. Also will throw a slider as well. 3rd round pick out of Gordon West Junior College in California in 2021.
And that is right there. Nick Ward knew it, and he just turned and walked to the dugout as he is a strikeout victim. Start the ball game for the Fightins. They'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz. Carlos scuffling a little bit, the most scuffle that he has had all year, if you will. He was just 2 for 19 on the road trip to Harrisburg, at batting average at 267. And the first pitch to Tiedemann is a breaking ball that's there. It's a bit low for a ball. Carlos with no extra base hits and no RBIs as well on the road trip, which is highly unusual for him. He's at 21 home runs, 59 RBIs on the year. That one's inside again. It's 2-0.
Him and the guy on deck and Oliver Dunn in a gridlock in home runs, both at 21. Neither have homered a little bit, so we'll see if we can get that to change tonight.
2-0 pitch to De La Cruz is inside again. It's 3-0.
Speaking of someone who's been homering an awful lot, I turn to my left here and see Bryce Harper just hit a second inning home run, excuse me.
The power is suddenly back.
9th of the month, I think?
For MV3. 3-0 pitch to De La Cruz right down the middle. You'll get me over fastball from Tiedemann at 94 miles an hour. As Jake said, 95, 96 is the norm, and maybe on occasions a bit higher. 3-1 pitch to De La Cruz is way inside, and De La Cruz becomes the Phil's first base runner with a walk. And that will bring up Oliver Dunn.
At this point, you just need base runners. Look, you're down 4-0. You're not going to win this game or come back with one swing of the bat. You just got to chip away. It's a long game ahead of you. You hope Leverett's settled in. Bullpen's quiet, so we'll see him for the second. But look, you can get 1 or 2 here and just try and chip away as the game goes on.
Dunn, who leads this Phil's team in just about every offensive category. If he doesn't lead them, De La Cruz does. As Carlos takes his lead off at first, and Oliver Dunn, the left-hand hitter, settles in. Facing the left-hander Tiedemann, who starts him with a breaking ball, the slider for a called strike. Dunn at 278 on the season, as Jake said, tied with De La Cruz with home runs with 21 and a team-high 77 RBIs. Tiedemann, the left-hander, takes a look at De La Cruz, comes to the plate. Breaking ball again, and he's quickly ahead as Dunn swings and misses. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Oliver 3 for 16 on the road trip. Was ridiculously hot in the last homestand through the Somerset series. And an 0-2 hole here. This one fouled out of play, stays alive. 3 straight sliders from Tiedemann, facing the left-hander hitting it in Oliver Dunn. Al Padrique with 3 left-hand hitters in his lineup tonight. We've already seen Nick Ward strike out. Oliver Dunn the other, and Ethan Wilson, who bats in the 7 hole tonight. And that one is right there for a called strike 3. Dunn didn't think so, but that is the 2nd strikeout of the inning and 2 outs in the inning now for the Phils.
Tiedemann puts a fastball at 97 on the as outer edge of outer edges get of the strike zone. Luckily, it maybe got a piece of the black of the plate. So great spot from Tiedemann. That's out number 2.
Going to bring up Jalen Ortiz, who had maybe his best series since coming back to Reading on that trip to Harrisburg. He was 5 for 17. And he rips the first pitch he sees and lines it into left field. And one hops off the fence. De La Cruz around second. Al Padrique waves him around third. The throw home gets away from the catcher, and the Phils are on the board. RBI double for Jalen Ortiz. It's 4-1. New Hampshire on top.
Holy moly, he smoked that 115 miles per hour off the bat. Got a hanging off speed pitch. And Jalen Ortiz, who has been swinging a slowly but surely hotter bat as of late, makes Tiedemann pay. And there's that run back that you're looking for.
Yeah, it was hit so hard it cut down the opportunity for Carlos De La Cruz to score relatively easily. But he does score from first base. The Phils are on the board, and now a man in scoring position with 2 outs for Madison Stokes. Madison had 4 hits on the trip to Harrisburg. He also walked 4 times in addition to those 4 hits, hitting at 225 as he stands in. First pitch to him is way outside for a ball. So having Jalen Ortiz picking up the pace a little bit with the productivity, certainly a help for the Phils down the stretch here. That ringing RBI double is 6th double. And with the RBI, his 32nd RBI of the year, as Stokes takes another outside for a ball. It's 2-0 as Tiedemann tried to get the slider over the corner, but may have broke around the plate instead. So it's 2-0 now to Madison Stokes. Stokes swings it through a pitch and fouls it out of play. A little bit of a gamble, I thought, originally by Al Padrique with the wave of De La Cruz around, but it didn't look like Roden kind of conceded the run as he got the ball into the shortstop, Michael Taccone, but he didn't concede it. He turned to the relay and made a great throw to the plate, but he got away from the catcher, Phil Clark, and allowed De La Cruz to score without a challenge. As Stokes fouls this one out of play. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Madison Stokes with 2 outs here in the first. Tiedemann, the 6'4 lefty, pitching from the stretch with a runner at second base. It's way inside. Now the count is full. Casey Martin in the on-deck circle if Stokes can reach. Tiedemann comes with his 3-2 pitch. And he misses outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning surrendered by Tiedemann. 2 on, 2 out.
Well, Tiedemann and Phil Clark both thought it was strike 3. They were both almost halfway back to the dugout. And it looked like it was a good spot by Tiedemann. Fastball 96, looked like bottom of the zone. But open umpire Evan Johnson disagrees. So running a couple of base runners here for Casey Martin, who looking to break through.
Martin at 212 on the season as he stands in. First pitch to him, over for a called strike 1. Martin was on the 7-day injured list last time the Phils were home against Somerset, but was activated in the series against Harrisburg, went 2 for 14. 0-1 pitch to it, fouled away. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Casey apparently went to the barbershop while he was on the road trip, didn't recognize him at first. Still has the stash. with the long hair that flopped out of the back of the hat is now trimmed it tightly. No balls and 2 strikes as he stands in. That one's way outside. It's 1-2.
I think the haircut looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Looks good.
He kind of had that look of like an old Civil War soldier with that long hair and that funky mustache that he has. Not so much now. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him as he stands in. Big swing, no contact, and that'll do it for the Phils here in the first. But they do get 1 run back. They do it on the big double by Ortiz. The lone hit in the inning for the Phils. They strand 2. 1 complete in Baseball Town. New Hampshire 4, Reading 1.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
4-1 Fisher Cats as New Hampshire comes to the plate here in the second inning. Adam Leverett back to work for the Fightins. He'll face 9-1-2 for New Hampshire. That's Riley Tirada, Alan Roden, and Miguel Geraldo. So the Fisher Cats sent 8 men to the plate in the first inning. First 5 of which got base hits. And Tirada swings at the first pitch. He comes up empty. Tirada hitting at just a 192 on the season. 25-year-old, originally from South Bend, Indiana. Played for the Fightin Irish, however. He plays college baseball at Dayton. Takes this one outside for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Promoted from Vancouver just around the Memorial Day holiday. He's hitting at .303 in his time at High A Vancouver. Hasn't found that stroke in Double A as of yet. As this one's outside, it's 2-1.
I wonder if he grew up a Notre Dame fan.
That's a good question.
Big win out in Ireland this past weekend over Navy.
2 balls and a strike. That one's over for a called strike 2. It's 2-2 to Riley Tirada. Maybe he grew up watching Nick Podko play for the Fightin Irish. Podko played for Notre Dame. Now with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs after his outstanding season here in Reading. This one's outside to Tirada. It's 3-2.
Podko, actually a former member of the Blue Jays organization, former Fisher Cat.
This one lifted foul and out of play down the first base grandstand. Phils and the Fisher Cats here right up and through Sunday. Philly Fanatic will finish off the series here with the Phils on Sunday. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Riley Tirada. That one's outside, ball 4. That's the first walk that Leverett has surrendered, but for the second straight inning, man on to lead off the inning for the Fisher Cats. And the guy who started it was Alan Roden, who will step to the plate. He started this with a leadoff home run. Turned on a 2-2 pitch from Adam Leverett, drove it into right field for his 6th home run of the season.
Looks like there's starting to be some movement in the Our Phillies bullpen. Looks like Carlos Francisco will be the first man to start throwing.
Roden swings at the first pitch this time and lifts it into center field. Madison Stokes will drift back into his right, make the catch, and Roden is retired on one pitch. One out here in the second for Miguel Geraldo.
After a long at-bat, it's definitely what you like if you're Adam Leverett to get a one-pitch fly ball, especially off a guy who hit a home run off you the last time up, too.
Geraldo singled and scored in inning number one. Said he came into this series hot. Grounded one back through the middle for a base hit his first time up. Pickoff attempt and just getting back. Good move that time by Leverett. Geraldo dives back in safely. Does take off on this pitch. McDowell will throw it down. One hop throw is not in time. Geraldo steals second base. Pitch was low to Geraldo, so it's 1 ball and no strikes to the batter.
It looked like a good throw from McDowell. I just think when it hit the grass, usually it gives you a good kick, but I think that did slow it down a bit, thus resulting in the Toronto stolen base. 6th of the
season for him. So he's at second base with one out, 1-0 to Geraldo, who fouls this one out of play to even a count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jake said Carlos Francisco, first man up in the Phil's bullpen. As the next pitch from Adam Leverett will be his 40th of the night. Takes a look back at second, comes with a pitch, and off the foot of Geraldo. So he gets ahead of him, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Miguel Geraldo will need a moment.
Very clearly off his foot. Home plate umpire Evan Johnson will walk out in front of the plate and give a baseball back to Leverett. Give Miguel Geraldo a couple of extra seconds.
He does have the guard on that front foot, as most hitters do, but I don't think that one hit the guard. I think that one hit the toe.
Probably still hurts guard or not either.
It's probably a valid point. 1 and 2 now to Geraldo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's out number 2 here in the second.
First strikeout for Leverett. You got to think we can get him through this inning. Pitch count for Leverett currently sitting at 41. It's probably it. A lot of pitches, especially for a guy who's mainly been a reliever, to throw through 2 innings. So you get 2 from Leverett. I'll see if Francisco's the next guy in. Try and get a couple out of him and then see where you go from there.
I'll bring up Palmigiani. He singled and scored his first time up. And takes the first pitch over for a called strike. Palmigiani's had a solid season for the Fisher Cats, hitting at .245 as he stands in, but with 18 home runs, 70 RBIs. He's really kind of elevated himself in the Toronto Blue Jays organizational rankings. Began this season as the number 29 prospect, now rated as the number 19 prospect for Toronto. 0-1 pitch to him. Takes that one for a called strike. It's no balls and 2 strikes. He's done some damage for the Phils over the course of this series, that's for sure. Excellent power. Right-handed hitter. Plays at third. He's played some first for New Hampshire as well. Leverett's ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Takes a look back at second. Comes with his 0-2 pitch. Just a bit high, and it's 1-2. Or maybe just a bit outside.
I think it was just off the outer edge of the plate. Not a bad 0-2 pitch regardless, though, from Leverett.
Palmigiani with 23 doubles on the season to go with his 18 home runs. 1-2 pitch. He's outside this time by a lot. It's 2-2. Palmigiani with an interesting background. He's born in Venezuela, but he grew up actually in British Columbia. This one lifted out of play down the first baseline. And of course, New Hampshire is the AA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. So he could be theoretically a Canadian native who played for the team in Canada, in Toronto. It is college baseball at the College of Southern Nevada. He's in a 2-2 count now. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Fisher Cats are retired here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left after 1.5 in Baseball Town. New Hampshire 4, Reading 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Back in the bottom of the second inning, along with Sty's Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. The Reading Fightin Phils still trailing the New Hampshire Fisher Cats 4-1 as they bat here in the bottom of the second inning. And Ethan Wilson leads it off for the Phils, swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back against the backstop. This bottom half of the second inning presented to you by Cornwall Manor. Cornwall Manor has a full scope of outstanding health services, including a physician's office, a full therapy department, personal care, and skilled nursing care. As Ethan Wilson lifts this one down the first baseline, Rainer Nunez and Miguel Geraldo, the first and second baseman for the Fisher Cats, will give it chase. They'll run out of room as it finds its way into the first base grandstands, and Ethan Wilson is quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Ethan at 258 on the season, 16 home runs, 53 RBIs. Lefty on lefty with Tiedemann winding and delivering. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Wilson is retired.
Catcher number 51.
Already up to 4 strikeouts tonight for Ricky Tiedemann, who had a very up and down first inning. He did strike out the side, but around that, a couple of walks and that hard hit double to Jalen Ortiz.
So that'll bring up the hot hitting Max McDowell. McDowell's hit in 7 straight. A good road trip where he had went 6 out of 19, batting average up to 238 as he stands in. Swings at the first pitch with a healthy cut, comes up empty. Max with 6 home runs, 26 RBIs. Now he's going to call time as Tiedemann starting to get a lock on here in the second inning. Right back and ready to deliver. McDowell will call time. This one is on the inside corner, and he's ahead of McDowell. No balls and 2 strikes. Jake said he's limited in his pitching over the course of this season because of the bicep issues, but coming in tonight's game at 18 2/3 innings, he does have 32 strikeouts. No balls and 2 strikes, and that one is low for a ball. It's 1 and 2. So now at 36 strikeouts with his 4 more tonight. He's also walked 2. One of them coming around to score the Phils run on the RBI double to follow De La Cruz's walk by Jalen Ortiz. 1-2 pitch to McDowell. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Tiedemann.
Climb the ladder of the fastball there at 96. Really feels like the fastball has some extra pop on it tonight, which you want to know how the biceps, how he's feeling. There's the whole story right there.
Tiedemann made 18 starts last year, and he did that over 3 levels. Started the season at Single A Dunedin, made 6 starts there. Then was promoted to Vancouver, made 8 starts at High A, and then finished the season last year with New Hampshire, making 4 more starts with the Fisher Cats. And he quickly gets ahead of Pedro Martinez. No 0-1, make it 0-2 as he comes back with a slider. Martinez, the switch hitter, batting right-handed against the left-handed pitching Ricky Tiedemann, who's got him in an 0-2 hole. And over for a call, strike 3. Tiedemann will strike out the side as the Phils go 1-2-3 in the second. When we come back to Baseball Town, it remains 4-1 Fisher Cats.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Top half of the third inning. Reading Fightin Phils trailing the New Hampshire Fisher Cats by a score of 4-1. Will Robertson will lead it off for the Fisher Cats. Robertson singled and scored as a part of that 4-run first inning for New Hampshire. 25-year-old lefty will settle in against Carlos Francisco, who will take over for Reading here in the third. And the first pitch from the right-hander is over for a called strike. Well, Adam Leverett goes 2 innings, and Francisco now will take over. What was designed to be a bullpen game for the Phils. And Robertson fouls this one straight back. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
That foul ball hit Access Industries, safety net. Thank you, safety net.
Oh, 0-2 pitch from Francisco, a swing and a miss, and Robertson quickly goes down on 3 straight pitches. So for Adam Leverett, officially goes 2 innings, gives up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. And now turning things over for his bullpen mates, with Carlos Francisco being the first one out. That'll bring up Rainer Nunez. Nunez with a 2-run single, his first time up. And big swing, no contact at the off-speed pitch from Francisco. Francisco, 24-year-old right-hander. Comes with a big windup, and then comes with the off-speed pitch that Nunez takes for a strike, and he's quickly ahead of Rainer Nunez. No balls and 2 strikes. So Francisco's come out of the bullpen throwing nothing but strikes so far. Just striking out Robertson. He's 0-2 on Nunez, and Nunez will foul this one out of play. Nineteenth appearance for Francisco since being promoted from Jersey Shore. He's 3-2 with a 6.43 earned run average. 21 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 16 walks, make it 24, and now 25 strikeouts as he gets Nunez for a called strike on the outside corner. So Carlos Francisco has come out of the Fightin's bullpen, throwing strikes. And 2 down here in the third for Phil Clark. Clark hit into a double play his first time up. That was a huge out in that first inning for Adam Leverett. After the Fisher Cats had 5 straight hits, Clark finally slowed things down by hitting a double play. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Clark, the left-hander, facing the right-handed Carlos Francisco. Native of Puerto Rico, played his college baseball at Hillsborough Community College in Florida. And this one fouled down the first baseline. So still nothing but strikes for Francisco. And he's one more strike away from getting out of this third inning. So the Fisher Cats have struck out 4 times in a row. Phils have struck out 4 times in a row as well, as they'll come to the plate in the third inning. And he throws his first ball of the inning as he misses this one low. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Phil Clark. And misses that one outside again. 2 straight out of the zone. It's 2-2. Francisco called up to Reading from Jersey Shore on June the 29th. Two-two pitch from him. Again, misses 3 straight. So after nothing but strikes, now he's missed 3 in a row, all pretty much in the same spot. Low and away to the left-handed hitting Phil Clark. And misses this one inside, so that's a walk. And I'll bring up Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke with an RBI double in that 4-run first. First pitch, big breaking ball that Schwecke is way out in front of, and it's quickly no balls and a strike. Schwecke with a double that hit off the base of the left field fence. And takes this one inside for a ball. Despite that, the Phil's outfielders do play the right-handed hitter Schwecke around a little bit the other way, playing him a little bit more towards left center field is the left fielder Ethan Wilson. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. Pick-off attempt, no problem for Clark to get back in. He didn't have much of a lead at all.
Stokes, the center fielder, plays him shaded pretty well over towards right center, out in front of the Truist sign in right center field.
One pitch from Francisco. That one catches the knees. It's 1-2.
Does not look like Schwecke was happy with that, but it looked like it was well in the zone, bottom of the zone towards the knees.
So Francisco now looking for 1 more strike again to get out of the inning. And this one right back to him is off his foot, rolls to Dunn, and the second baseman will make the flip to first in time, and that will do it for the Fisher Cats in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left to the bottom of the third. When we come back to Reading, it's 4-1 Fisher Cats.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Bottom half of the third inning here in Baseball Town is presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. We head to the top of the third, or the bottom of the third, and the Phils down 4-1 will send the top of the order and Nick Ward to the plate. Facing Ricky Tiedemann, who has struck out 4 straight. As Ward stands in there, Ward also striking out his first time up, as Tiedemann has struck out 6 now in total. And lefty winds and delivers. Ward shows bunt, bunts through it. And he's quickly to behind, no balls and a strike. I think Ward wants to know whether or not that was a called strike or an attempted strike. And I think the answer is yes to both. That one's way outside as he tries to get him to chase a slider, and Ward lays off. Ward, the Westchester native, played his college baseball for the Golden Rams. Helped lead them to the 2017 National Division II Championship. And he takes this one for a called strike as Tiedemann comes back with another slider that catches the inside corner. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nick Ward, who's 11 for now 45 since his call up from Jersey Shore. Hit 270 for the Blue Claws, 8 home runs and 50 RBIs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. Checks his swing, and it's 2-2. 5 extra base hits for Nick Ward since being called up to Reading. 3 doubles and 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. And that's over for a called strike. Nick Ward does not agree, but he is out number 1 here in the third.
Already the 7th strikeout tonight for Tiedemann. 5th in a row by the southpaw. Season high this year in strikeouts is 9, career high is 10, so certainly a couple of numbers at this point that are worth paying attention to.
I'll bring up De La Cruz, who scored the Phils run after drawing a walk his first time up. And lays off the fastball at 98 that time for Tiedemann. Jake mentioned that the fastball and the change are his 2 best pitches, but he's throwing some pretty nasty sliders at the left-handed hitters tonight. 1-0. Swing and a miss that time. I think that was the changeup, and De La Cruz was way out in front, thinking he was going to get a 1-0 fastball and did not. Right back with a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Same thing, same result. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as De La Cruz can't catch up with a fastball. And the strikeout string for Ricky Tiedemann continues.
That's 6 straight now for Tiedemann. 8 total tonight. Just completely has the number of these Phillies hitters. But look, it takes, one swing, one crooked number to completely flip that. I mean, look what happened on Friday night in Harrisburg. Mitchell Parker was dealing, had these Phillies guessing all night long. It takes one swing of the bat to get back in it.
That'll bring up Oliver Dunn, who was a strikeout victim his first time up, and the first pitch to him is a fastball for a strike. Fouls this one straight back, and Dunn quickly in a no balls and 2 strike hole. Two down, bottom of the third inning. 0-2 to the hitter, Oliver Dunn. over for a called strike 3. And that is now 9 strikeouts for Ricky Tiedemann as he strikes out the side for the second straight inning. After 3 in Baseball Town, it remains New Hampshire 4, Reading 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
We head to the top half of the 4th inning in Baseball Town, and I throw things over to my broadcast partner for play-by-play, Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. Top half of the 4th inning, 4-1 our score. New Hampshire has the lead. Put up a 4th spot in the first, back-to-back scoreless innings pitched by our Phils pitching. Carlos Francisco out for number 2. The first pitch over to Michael Turconi. He misses outside. It's 1-0. Turconi 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out the center to end the top half of the 1st inning. Francisco will fire, swung on and fouled in and out of the mitt of Max McDowell. It's 1-1. .190 is Turconi since joining this New Hampshire team. Playing in his 14th game overall. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul. Left side, it's 1-2. Does have a home run, 4 RBIs in limited action. Home run came on Saturday night against Binghamton after he was promoted back on August the 9th, the 1-2. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Francisco, who worked the scoreless 3rd, a couple of strikeouts and a walk, also produced an inning-ending ground out and the top of the 3rd, 2-2. That's down low. Count goes full, 3-2. Back-to-back scoreless outings for Carlos Francisco. Scoreless in 4 of his last 5. Sandwiched in there, though, was a 6-run outing back on August the 18th. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, hit in the air, well towards left. Wilson goes back, and it is gone. Leadoff solo home run in the top half of the 4th from Michael Turconi. It's his 2nd home run with New Hampshire. Fisher Cats up 5-1, 362 feet from Turconi.
Yeah, he didn't hit it a ton, but he hit it enough the other way. Left-handed hitter, and just got it enough. Wilson gave it a run, and Ethan kind of slammed into that outfield fence, giving it a chase, but just out of his reach. 2nd long ball of the night for the Fisher Cats.
Here's Riley Tirada, the first pitch. He fans at an off-speed pitch. It's 0-1. Tirada had 1 plate appearance tonight. No official at-bats. He walked and stole a base back in the 2nd. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Went back to the off-speed. Tirada's coming off a 2 for 11 week against Binghamton. He'll step out and call time for a moment. Did double and drive in a run. Overall, a 192 hitter. That's the 9-hole of this Fisher Cat lineup. No balls, 2 strikes. Francisco will fire home. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First out of the inning, third strikeout for Carlos Francisco. Pulled the string 3 straight times, got 3 swing and misses. And we'll swing things back to the top of the lineup to Alan Roden for the 3rd time through. Also looks like
Tommy McCullum's
up and throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Of course, the hope would be Francisco to get through this 4th, then get it over to McCullum in the 5th. First pitch to Roden. Swinging a ground ball, hit sharply towards short. Martin fields, jump throw to first. It is not in time. Very impressive play by Casey Martin at short, because he was playing him to go more towards the middle, and it was hit towards the natural shortstop position. Martin had the charge to his backhand side. He fielded it and had a jump throw to first. It was a good throw, but just a hair late, and Alan Roden legs out an infield hit, his 2nd hit tonight.
Yeah, I think a different hitter and certainly a right-handed hitter, and it's a different ball game, but Casey Martin had no choice but to kind of make that jump throw. If it's a slower runner, he can probably plant himself and get a little bit more on the throw, but with Roden running from the left-hand side, he couldn't do that. And he made every effort he could to get rid of it as fast as he could, but Roden just too quick to get there and legs it out for a base hit.
They checked on Roden. He's back in safely. Just 4 stolen bases for Alan Roden, and this is 32nd game. Here's the pitch. It's on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Miguel Gerardo, who's 1 for 2 so far tonight. Singled and scored in the 1st. Struck out swinging his last time up in the 2nd. He bats from the right side. Roden gets his lead off first. De La Cruz holds him on. The 0-1. Swings and fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. Carlos Francisco appearing in his 19th game since getting called up to AA Reading back at the end of June. Made his Phillies debut on June 30th. 0-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Gerardo swings the bat and then kind of just dropped and hybrid through it. That'll retire the side. Also, for what it's worth, Ricky Tiedemann is going back to the Fisher Cats clubhouse. Had somebody with him, not sure if that's a trainer or anything. 4 strikeout for Francisco. You don't want to speculate, of course, but him and somebody else did just go back to the New Hampshire clubhouse, but nobody's throwing. First pitch and the runner goes. Throw to second is a short hop, and it hops up high and over the head of Oliver Dunn. So that'll be a stolen base for Alan Roden. His 5th of the year. Puts runner on second. Pitch was a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, it would have been an interesting scenario if Max McDowell would have had success throwing him out there. Now, Al Padrique is coming out of the dugout. He's to argue something.
Might be interference maybe on
McDowell is pleading his case.
Parmigiani. That's the only thing that would make sense in this instance.
Right.
If Al's talking to the home plate umpire. Evan Johnson, our home plate umpire. Kevin Manzuk has first. Brian DeBrouwer has third.
But what I was about to say, if he gets thrown out there, as you said, nobody's up in the bullpen, and the starting pitcher just went to the clubhouse. So unless they would have gotten an opportunity on an injury to get a pitcher warmed up, you would think New Hampshire would have somebody up in the bullpen
there's
right now.
There's somebody stretching down there
but nobody's
now.
throwing, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
Al's certainly not happy with Evan Johnson, the home plate umpire. He is making his case very clear. And I think, and I've been a big proponent of this my entire life in baseball, I think you got to at least have a conversation between the 3 umps. Like, that's the one thing that always gets me. Like, you can argue whether a call's right or wrong, but my thing is, I feel like it never hurts to have the 3 umps get together and say, hey, what'd you see?
Yeah,
and yes, Evan Johnson was close to the plate, but you never know.
I had a conversation with the skipper in the last series when he got tossed out of a game against Somerset, and it was a similar situation in terms of an interference call, and that's what he was arguing.
Here's the 0-1. That's a check swing foul. It's 0-2 towards the Phillies dugout.
His argument was ask your fellow umpires, and the umpire in question at that time would not do that, and that's what got the ire of the manager, is that he's just basically saying, look, you got 2 other sets of eyes there. Ask them what they thought or what they saw. And the umpire refused to do that, and Al Padrique ended up missing that 21-3 spectacular that the Phils fell to in the game against Somerset.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th, 5-1 New Hampshire. Francisco fires home, swing and a miss, struck him out. And Carlos Francisco strikes out the side and gets his 5th of the night. But he does give up that leadoff home run to Turconi. That's the lone run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-1 Fisher Cats here on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Jalen Ortiz will lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning against Ricky Tiedemann, who, yes, is back out. And the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, 5-1 our score. New Hampshire has the lead. Tiedemann will deal to Ortiz, who takes the first pitch down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Ortiz has the lone base hit tonight for the Phils. It was an RBI double that came back in the 1st inning. 1-0. Tried to check his swing on an off-speed pitch, but Evan Johnson, our home plate umpire, will say he went 1-1. Left-hander Tiedemann winds and fires way inside to Ortiz, 2-1. Tried to go fastball in and missed it almost at the back foot of Jalen Ortiz. 9 strikeouts tonight for Tiedemann. He has 7 in a row. Here's the 2-1. Ortiz will swing and lift one in the air right side. It'll go out of play, foul, 2-2. The last Phil to reach was Madison Stokes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 1st. That came on a walk. Since then, it has been 9 straight Phils retired by strikeouts. To make that 10 in a row. 10 strikeouts, 8 in a row. Jalen Ortiz swings and misses for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring Madison Stokes to the plate.
Yeah, this has really been impressive by Tiedemann. As Jake said, after walking Stokes to put 2 men on in the 1st inning, he struck out Casey Martin to end that inning, and he has struck out every batter he has faced since then with a healthy mix of the 3 pitches.
Here's Madison Stokes. The pitch to him is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 10 strikeouts now matches a career high, eclipsed the season high for Ricky Tiedemann. 1-0 to Stokes. That's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike, 1-1.
Yeah, that's the thing that has impressed me the most tonight is the slider, which is his worst pitch. The fastball and the change are his plus pitches. Slider not so much, but that's been good tonight too.
Stokes swings at the 1-1, fouls it out of play on the right side. It's 1-2.
He's gotten a lot of called strikes with that slider, and then he's used it very effectively against the left-hand hitters in Reading's lineup to get some swings and misses.
Madison Stokes, as we said, the last Phil to not strike out. It's been 8 in a row. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. It stays 1-2.
That's a bad form of batting around. Basically, since Madison Stokes, the last one, everybody since Madison Stokes batted around by striking out. There is some activity now in the Fisher Cat bullpen. We were wondering how long Tiedemann may go tonight. It's because he's limited in the amount of pitches you would expect that he would throw.
1-2. That's a ground ball towards short. Scooped by Turconi. He bobbles it, and Madison Stokes is aboard. Probably going to be an error. He did hit it hard, but was right to Turconi.
Yeah, he bobbled it a couple times.
He's six. First of the year for Turconi.
He fields it cleanly. He's definitely going to be out, but he bobbled it. The pitcher up and loosening up for New Hampshire. We'll see for sure.
There were a couple of numbers and changes. So
there are, because there's a number 6 who is
that would
warming
be
up.
Troy Watson.
Aha, okay, that's why. He's 11 on the roster I have.
Yeah, I think a couple of late number switches for this New Hampshire team. So
somebody didn't pack right? Is that the idea?
That's usually what happens when you're on the road. Somebody forgets one jersey and everybody's got to shuffle.
So it is Troy Watson who is warming up.
First pitch, swung on, and that's a hot shot foul into the main grandstand, and it's 0-1. Reading also has action in their bullpen as well. Still is Tommy McCollum. So looks like he'll come in for the top of the 5th. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So Madison Stokes was, like we said, the last guy to reach against, or not strike out against Tiedemann, and he's the one who snaps the spell of 8 straight strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes to Casey Martin. Here's the pitch. At the knees, called strike 3. That's 11 strikeouts for Ricky Tiedemann in just 3 2/3 innings. And that is also a new career high for Tiedemann. So it'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. 2 outs here in the 4th. Reading trails 5-1. Madison Stokes gets his lead off at first. Pitch. Swung on, skied in the air. It's foul behind home plate and out of play. It's 0-1. So we'll see if this is it tonight for Tiedemann. He's up to 62 pitches, which is a season high with New Hampshire. So probably might just be 4 and done for him. Wilson will swing and foul the next pitch back. It's 0-2.
Well, regardless of what happens, New Hampshire and ultimately Toronto have to be very happy with what they've seen from Tiedemann tonight. He has been exceptional.
They saying let's go Phillies?
Yes.
Well, about an hour and a half west, but no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Stokes gets his lead off first, running down by 4 in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Wilson cranks one in the air well out towards right center. Schwecke goes back. It is down and off the wall on 1 hop. Around third goes Stokes. He'll score the throw into the cutoff man. It's an RBI double for Ethan Wilson, and the Phillies cut into the deficit. It's 5-2.
That's just great hitting by Ethan Wilson. He hung in there on that slider. Maybe Tiedemann goes to that slider one too many times against a left-hand hitter, and Ethan Wilson made him pay for it. It was about thigh high, and left-handed hitters love lower pitches. And Wilson went and got it. And maybe Cesar Martin is going to go and get his pitcher as well.
Cesar Martin is out of the dugout, and we'll wait to see if he gives a point down to the bullpen.
There it goes. There's the wave.
There's the wave, and Ricky Tiedemann's impressive night is done. He'll exit after 3 2/3. We'll head to a break. Back after this on the Phillies Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, 8-Piss Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phillies will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Troy Watson is the new arm in for the Fisher Cats. Watson, his 35th appearance, 1-6, a 6.04 ERA. Obviously still very early in the game, but still 6 for 12 in save opportunities, 44 2/3 innings pitched, 47 hits, 29 walks, 39 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .272 against him. Well, Reading's down 5-2 in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs as Ethan Wilson, who just hit an RBI double, his 23rd of the year, gets his lead off a second. First pitch to Max McDowell. Take it down the chute for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, Bob, the best news of the night is that Ricky Tiedemann is done.
Yeah, get him out of the game, and that's what you're looking for at this point in time. As good and as dominating as he was, let's see if the Phils can have more success against the bullpen.
0-1, McDowell, little nubber, in on the hands, towards shallow right. Out goes Geraldo. It is off the glove of Nunez, the first baseman. Scoring is Ethan Wilson. Probably going to be an RBI single, we'll see, for Max McDowell. The Phils cut it to 5-3.
Take him any way you can get him. Obviously, this inning is kept alive by the error on the shortstop, Turconi. And then Wilson makes them pay for that with a double. We'll see how they score this, but as Jake says, probably going to be a base hit. Tough play for the first baseman going straight back. It's an easier play for the second baseman, Geraldo, who was in the neighborhood, but Nunez may have called him off. They let him make the catch, and he had it, but he couldn't hold on to it.
And they rolled an error. E3 on Nunez, his 8th of the year. Martinez squares the bunt on the first pitch. He pulls back. It's 1-0. Well, all of a sudden, this game a lot tighter than it was, and still very early. Reading very much in this ball game. 1-0. Martinez will swing and miss. It's 1-1. Martinez, a switch hitter, now flipped around over to the left side. Hit righty against the lefty Tiedemann. Ball and a strike to Martinez. The pitch. Swung on through the hole on the right side. That's a base hit. Up to second goes Max McDowell, and the Phils have 2 on with 2 outs for the top of the lineup.
Well, it's a stark difference between what you're seeing in a #1 prospect in Ricky Tiedemann and a New Hampshire bullpen that is vulnerable. And so the Phils are coming out swinging now against this bullpen. And regardless of whether they can get it here or not, they are still going to see this bullpen for another 5 innings. So it's a great chance now for the Phils to make it happen in this inning, but certainly with plenty of outs left to go and facing this bullpen.
First pitch to Nick Ward, swinging and a miss. It's 0-1. Both teams into their bullpens, and I'd like to say advantage Reading for that sense. It's a bullpen that, minus a few hiccups the last couple of weeks, they've been 95% of the time, not just good, but really good. Like 1-2 hits, maybe a run, like that good over 3-4 innings a night. No balls and a strike to Nick Ward. The pitch, he swings and it's a jam shot in on the hands. He floats out of play foul on the left side. It's 0-2.
Yeah, I assumed that Tommy McCullum was coming in, but he has not been throwing at all for a while now. He is just kind of squatting in front of the pitcher's mound. So whether he's just warmed up and doesn't want to use any more bullets or not, but I assumed that Francisco after 2 innings was done, but maybe not.
I mean, it looks like McCullum's ready to come in.
Right.
0-2. Ward will try and check his swing, can't do it. And that is a strikeout, the first for Troy Watson, and that'll retire the side in the 4th. But Reading gets 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. There were 2 errors, and they leave 2 on base. We'll go to the 5th. New Hampshire up 5-3 on the Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Haro's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top of the fifth inning, it is a 5-3 ball game now. New Hampshire still has the lead. Third pitcher of the night in for Reading. It's Tommy McCullum, 10th appearance of the year for the R Phils. 1-0, a 4.32 ERA across 8 1/3 innings pitched. 10 strikeouts and 6 walks. We'll get the middle third of the New Hampshire order. And the first pitch home is up at the letters for a called strike to Will Robertson. It's 0-1. Will Robertson 1 for 2 so far tonight. That's from the left side. He'll await the 0-1 here from McCullum, and he'll swing and miss. It's 0-2. Robertson singled and scored in the first, struck out swinging last time up in the third. And we talked about a lot of baseball left to play. Running down by 2, just in the top of the fifth. Next pitch, swung on, sky in the air towards center, not deep. Wilson and Stokes converge. The left fielder Ethan Wilson will make the call on the catch in left center field, and that is out number 1. Carlos Francisco went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, a run it was earned, a walk, and had 5 strikeouts. Very nice night for Carlos Francisco. Now Rainer Nunez will dig on in for the Fisher Cats. And the first pitch misses down for a ball. It's 1-0. Nunez 1 for 2 tonight. Single and a strikeout. 1-0. I'll take that one right down the chute. It's 1-1. Ty McCullum pitched once last week. 5 days ago on the 24th, went an inning, got a save. Gave a hit and a walk, but struck out 2 to finish off that ball game. 2-0 as the next pitch misses down. 2-1, excuse me. Reading all in all takes 4 of 6 on the road trip at Harrisburg. They earned their 6th series victory of the year. 2-1. Swinging a ground ball sharply to short. Foot on a couple of hops by Casey Martin. Will set himself and rifle it across for out number 2. Got to bring Phil Clark to the plate. And at this point, like we said, you're very much in the thick of the postseason race. The mindset's got to be you got to win series.
Oh, absolutely. And especially, well, obviously it'd be nice to win some home series, which is something that Reading has struggled to do, but it's also struggled to win series that you think they should on paper, series that teams coming into town like New Hampshire, who's 10 games under 500 coming in.
First pitch is upstairs for a ball to Clark. It's 1-0.
Obviously, you got to win games against teams around you. Like next week, they got Portland, who is the team right now who has the second place spot or third place spot, excuse me. So, I mean, those are the teams you got to win, but you got to take care of the teams that are below you in the standings as well.
1-0 just misses. It's 2-0. Look around the Eastern League towards the important games tonight.
Yeah, Somerset and Portland have a series now, so that's going to be a big series for the standings as well.
Next pitch is outside for a ball. It's 3-0. Look around the Eastern League, though. Somerset beating Portland at Hadlock Field 3-1, so that's certainly good news. 3-0. That's down the chute for a called strike, 3-1. Harrisburg and Binghamton tied up at 0. of course, for the interest of the Phillies, you're pulling for Harrisburg to pull away in that one. The 3-1 is on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 3-2. Time will be called and given to Phil Clark. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning. Reading leads 5-1 in the top of the 5th. Bases are clear. The 3-2. Swung on, jam shot. It's shot out of play, foul on the left side. The count stays 3-2.
Speaking of clearing the bases, Alec Boehm just did the same in Philadelphia. Changed a 4-2 deficit, 3-run home run for Boehm. It's now 5-4 Phils. How about the year that Alec Boehm is putting together? I mean, people are talking about Bryson Stott, and rightfully so, but Boehm has had an unbelievable year.
Next pitch just misses off the plate to Phil Clark, so it's a 2-out walk. First one issued by Tommy McCollum, and that will put a base runner on with 2 outs for Trevor Schwecke. I mean, him, Bryson Stott, I mean, a lot of the young guys.
People have talked about how good of a year Stott has had, and rightfully so. He's had a phenomenal year, hovering around 300. But with that home run tonight, Alec Boehm that's 15 home runs and now 82 RBIs on the year.
First pitch is in tight to Trevor Schwecke. It's 1-0. Schwecke, who's 1 for 2 tonight, had an RBI double his first time up in the first, grounded out to end the 3rd. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that's foul down the right field line. It's 1-1. Phil Clark gets his lead off first, 2 gone to the top of the 5th. Reading trails 5-3. Tommy McCollum, the righty, comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch, swung on and shot straight back, foul. It's 1-2. Tommy McCollum making his 10th appearance of the year. Turned into a beautiful night here in Reading. Temperatures in the mid-70s as the sun has set. The 1-2 swing and a foul ball off of McDowell. The count will stay 1-2 as we approach the waning days of summer. Just 3 days left in August, Labor Day, 6 days away. And of course, for most kids in the area, both school age and college, the dreaded words, back to school. Many kids in the area starting school up this week. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and struck him out. Trevor Schwecke goes down on strikes, then the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Fisher Cats. We're halfway home from Baseball Town. Bottom of the 5th up next. After this on the Phillies Radio Network.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it is 5-3. New Hampshire has the lead. as Troy Watson is back out for his second inning of work, or I guess first full inning of work. The first batter he gets is Carlos De La Cruz. 2-3-4 due up in the inning for the Fightin' Phils. They trail by 2. They work against Troy Watson as De La Cruz will dig in from the right side. First pitch to him. Swung on, chopper towards the middle. Geraldo, the second baseman, hasn't played well. Low throw to first, and it's dug out by Rainer Nunez, the first baseman, for out number 1. 4-3 goes to put out. Oliver Dunn is the second man up this inning, 3-man, and the Phils lineup. 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of backwards Ks to Oliver Dunn. It's had a quiet week and a half, looking to try and break back through. First pitch to Dunn, that's upstairs, it's 1-0. Dunn overall a .276 hitter. That leads Reading. 21 home runs is tied for the team lead. 77 RBI paces the Phils. 1-0. Swings and fouls it straight back, it's 1-1. Of course, Phils team leaders brought to you by Johanna Arias over at Cross Country Mortgage. Ball and a strike to Oliver Dunn with 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch. That's on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. Dunn will swing and foul it straight back. Just past the on-deck hitter of Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz, who has one of 3 hits for Reading tonight, was an RBI double back in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's the 1-2. That's upstairs, it's 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Reading trails 5-3 to New Hampshire. 2-2. Dunn will take it inside, counts full at 3-2. Oliver Dunn also 71 walks on the year. That leads the team, ranked 2nd in the Eastern League. He's 6 behind the lead. But he is the active leader in walks in the Eastern League, as he is with RBI. He's the active leader in RBI. The only player he was behind was Hunter Goodman, who actually made his Major League debut yesterday. The 3-2, Dunn will swing and foul it back to our left. And the count stays full, 3-2.
That booth to our left has been getting peppered.
Even nothing to us. No. Everything to the booth to our left, which is unoccupied tonight. 3-2. That is outside ball 4. Walk number 72 this year for Oliver Dunn. Puts a man on first with 1 out, and Jalen Ortiz, who represents the tying runs, the batter.
You could just sense it was that much more of a comfortable at bat for Oliver Dunn, facing a right-hander that doesn't have the stuff that the left-hander Ricky Tiedemann did. So that's a good at bat by Dunn, a patient at bat by Oliver Dunn, and works himself on base.
First pitch to Ortiz, big swing and a miss at a fastball upstairs from Troy Watson. It's 0-1. Jalen's 1 for 2 tonight. The RBI double we mentioned before, and a strikeout his last time up. They'll throw over towards first. Big lead for Oliver Dunn. He's back in head first safely. Oliver Dunn is 14 for 18 in stolen bases this season. Leads all active Phils in the stolen base department. Still gets a very big lead off the bag. Here's the pitch. Ortiz cranks one on a line towards center. Diving is Robertson, and he trapped it. That's down for a base hit. Back-to-back base runners for Reading. Jalen Ortiz smokes another one, 106 off the bat. And yeah, that was pretty clear from here, Bob, that one was trapped.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was trapped from the get-go, but Oliver Dunn had to hold up. I mean, he got leather on it for sure, but on the dive, it clearly popped out of the glove after he hit the ground. But the question was whether or not he would have caught it in the air or not, and obviously Oliver Dunn had to hold up. Otherwise, he'd been on third base with a chance now with 1 out for a fly ball to bring him home.
Pitch to Madison Stokes is down at the knees for a called strike. It's no balls and 1 strike to Stokes.
But in the interim, Jalen Ortiz stays hot. He had the nice road trip, and now he's hit 2 bullets tonight.
0-1 to Madison Stokes. Watson ready at the letters. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. Like you said, when the Reading got down 4-0, this game was far from over. You knew Tiedemann, who was pitching incredibly well, who did pitch incredibly well tonight, wasn't going to go much just because he's still coming back from that biceps injury. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. So you knew if you could keep it a manageable ball game until you got Tiedemann out, you gave yourself a chance, and that's what Reading's done. They're down 5-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
And New Hampshire helped the cause. A couple errors in that last inning certainly helped the Phils along the way, but hey, they're right back in the game, and right now they're a big hit away from tying this one up or maybe even taking the lead.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Stokes down on strikes. Chases a fastball that was up at the top of the zone. Second strikeout for Troy Watson. That'll bring Casey Martin to the plate. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th for Martin. Will dig in from the right side. Have a mound visit here between Phil Clark and Troy Watson. Could be a conversation, runner on second base. Maybe they want to switch up their signs.
Yeah, but you would have thought they would have done that last hitter.
The other thought would be maybe you had one set of signs, and now that Dunn's been there for a second, now it's a second at-bat there.
Could be.
You know, try and mix it up. Obviously, in the era of PitchCom, a lot of that stuff is kind of, you know, becoming less and less common. So Martin will dig in here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. 5-3, Reading trails. Men on first and second. Troy Watson will kick and fire, and Martin will swing and miss at 0-1. I look at the headshot of Martin on the board. Doesn't even look like him anymore.
No, as I said. He looks like a completely different guy with the haircut.
No balls and a strike here to Casey Martin. Watson's ready. And he'll step off. Dunn gets his lead off second, Ortiz off first, neither being held on. First baseman Rainer Nunez is way off the bag. Geraldo, the second baseman's closer to the bag at second, keeping Dunn at least honest. Here's the 0-1. That's swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-2. Casey Martin in a hole with 2 outs. Martin's 0 for 2 today, a pair of punch outs. Both, of course, came from Ricky Tiedemann. Now he faces Troy Watson, the righty, who comes ready at the letters. The pitch? That's outside for a ball, just off the plate. And Martin was able to hold up on his swing, and it's 1-2. Ortiz gets his lead off first. Dunn gets his lead off second. 16 runs driven in this year for Casey Martin. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fly ball, foul territory, first base side. Rainer Nunez is over, pitter-patters towards the warning track, but it will go out of play into the Savage Auto Group dugout suite, and it stays 1-2. Casey Martin, just 2 for 14 last week in Harrisburg, did score 2 runs and had a double. Was 1 for 3 in Sunday's contest, a 2-0 win for the Phillies. Here's the 1-2. That's outside, it's 2-2. Very good take from Casey Martin. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, 3-2. The runners will be off and moving on the pitch. Dunn gets a lead off second. Ortiz off first. Their wheels are set to turn. Reading trails 5-3 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, 3-2. Watson to Martin. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Troy Watson wins the battle. That ends the inning in the 5th. No runs on a hit for Reading. They leave 2 on base. We'll go to the 6th. Still 5-3 Fisher Cats on the Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phil's mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top half of the sixth inning, 5-3 our score. New Hampshire still has the lead. Jake Starr, Bob McCool. Thank you for joining us tonight here on the Our Phil's Radio Network. 12 to go left at home, and all of them will come over the next 2 weeks.
Technically 11.
Well, 11 and a half, depending on how math shapes up.
Well, this game is official now, so it's really, no matter what, it's 11.
First pitch to Turconi from McCollum's inside. It's 1-0. Well, got 4/9 of the game left to go. So, oh man, that's some tough math right there. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs for a ball. It's 2-0. 11.444.
Okay.
4. Lots of fours, actually.
For those of you who would like to come out for the last 0.4 of this game, you can still do so.
2-0, swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Should be a good ending, all things considered. Reading trails by 2, but they're getting base runners on. The bullpens look phenomenal tonight. Tommy McCollum out for his second inning of work as they try and piece this game together. 2-1. That is up at the letters. It's a ball, 3-1. Turconi is 1 for 2 tonight. Hit a solo home run his last time up to lead off the 4th inning off of then our Phil's pitcher Carlos Francisco. Up in the count, 3-1 the pitch. That's inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Tommy McCollum. That'll bring the 9-man Riley Terrazza to the plate for
Keelan Kilgore that looks to be the next man up in the Phil's bullpen, loosening up now. Looks like the Phil's will try to work this probably 2-2 through the first 3 pitchers, and then we'll see more than likely how they piece it together for 7, 8, 9.
First pitch to Tirada is down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Tirada's 0 for 1 tonight, a walk and a strikeout. Walked his first time out, struck out his second time up, excuse me. 1-0. That's up and away for a ball, 2-0. New Hampshire does have a lefty on deck in Alan Roden. After Roden, though, it's 2 straight righties and another lefty, so maybe they would go to Kilgore for Roden. Here's the pitch. That is at the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. McDowell wasn't able to handle it, but keeps it in his vicinity, thus keeping Turconi at first base.
I would think, to be honest, it probably has a little bit more to do with the control of McCollum, if he's going to throw strikes or not, whether or not he's going to face any more hitters.
2-1. That's just outside for a ball, 3-1. I have to think if he loses Tirada here, that might be it for him tonight.
Exactly. Think it just that if he walks another hitter here, that probably brings you Kilgore.
3 balls and a strike here. Here's the pitcher, McCollum. That's up and away, ball 4. So
we'll find out now.
Back-to-back walks issued by Tommy McCollum, up to 3 tonight. And we'll wait and see if Alpadrique makes his way out.
Here he comes.
That he will. And that will be the end of the night for Tommy McCollum. Step into your future. This Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Back after this with a new pitcher on the Our Phil's Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Keelan Kilgore, the new pitcher in for Reading in this top half of the 6th inning. Kilgore making his team and Eastern League leading 42nd appearance of the year. He's 3-2, a 4.50 ERA, 58 strikeouts, 24 walks across 46 innings thus far here in 2023. Top of the lineup, up for New Hampshire, Alan Roden, the first that Kilgore faces, who inherits first and second, nobody away in the top of the 6th. It's a 5-3 ball game. Kilgore looking to keep it at just that. Here's the pitch. That gets the corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. 1+ for McCollum. Didn't give up any hits. He did walk 3 and strike out 1. Still is responsible for the men on first and second base, so his line not closed quite yet. 0-1. That's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Kilgore pitched twice last week against Harrisburg, an inning and 2/3. Got some big outs in Friday night's 11-inning victory over the Senators. 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. When chasing after an off-speed pitch in the dirt, did Roden. It's ball and 2 strikes. Just getting this first out would be huge here for Kilgore. Of course, you love a double play ball. Reading plays in double play depth. Ball and 2 strikes here, the lefty Roden. A .330 hitter. 2 hits already tonight, the 1-2. That's outside, 2-2. Outfield pretty much straight away against Alan Roden, who has 6 home runs, hit his 6th tonight, 22 RBI. Lefty holds the bat way high above his head. 3-2. That's outside. Now it's 3-2, excuse me. Kilgore has not allowed an earned run in 3 straight, including 4 of his last 5. Pitched 3 times against Somerset 2 weeks ago and twice against Harrisburg last week. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss, and that is out number 1. First strikeout for Keelan Kilgore, and that'll bring Miguel Herrera to the plate. Big first out, Bob.
It absolutely big strikeout there for Kilgore just to get an out. He's still got a couple of tough hitters to face now in Geraldo and Palmigiani. I think it's interesting. You don't see this a whole lot, but New Hampshire just sent Troy Watson back down to the bullpen. He's not warming up with a catcher. He's just simply throwing the ball off the wall right now just to, I guess, keep his arm limbered up a little bit after this long inning right now for New Hampshire.
Geraldo will take a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Geraldo is 1 for 3 so far tonight. A 1-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Geraldo is 1 for 3 so far tonight. Has a single and a pair of strikeouts. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Keelan Kilgore and 2 outs here in the inning. And that'll bring Damiano Palmigiani up to the plate for New Hampshire.
Great off-speed pitches by Kilgore. Breaking balls, back foot breaking balls to the right-handed hitter, Geraldo. And it's just an outstanding job there by Kilgore to get that out and get it quickly. And now he still has one more tough batter here in front of him in Palmigiani.
First pitch to Palmigiani. New Hampshire 3-man will take it upstairs for a ball.
So Troy Watson, by the way, is done throwing the ball against the wall. He's now worked his way back to the dugout.
He is back. Looks like so I assume we'll get him for the next inning.
Yeah, obviously he's still in it, or he would not have gone down and thrown the ball off the wall for a little while.
1-0. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1.
I saw him walking down, and I thought, well, what else would he be walking down the bullpen for? But I just thought it was interesting that he didn't opt to throw to a catcher. He just simply went down and threw the ball off the outfield wall for a couple minutes, and now he's back in the dugout.
1-1. That is a nice fastball right at the knees, 1-2. So Kilgore came in with runners on first and second, no outs. He struck out back-to-back batters. It's a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Reading trails 5-3 with men on first and second. Kilgore looking to escape the inning. Here's the pitch. That one's down low. It's 2-2. Palmigiani, a single and a run scored back in the first. He has struck out back-to-back at-bats. Running pitching at 10 strikeouts so far tonight here in the top half of the 6th inning. Two. That one's cranked in the air out towards center. Stokes going back. He has room at the track. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors to left. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 5-3 New Hampshire on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Troy Watson remains in the game for New Hampshire. 7-8-9 due up for the Fightin Phils. Ethan Wilson will lead things off as Reading trails by 2. A lot of baseball left to play here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wilson will dig in. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. That's way in tight. It's 1-1. Ethan Wilson 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled and scored back in the 4th. Also struck out in the 2nd. 1-1. He swings and fouls it off his foot. Wilson will take a couple extra seconds to walk that one off. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Ethan is a rarity in today's game that does not wear a foot protector on that front foot. And right now, he probably wishes he did. Left-hander Mason Fluharty is warming up in the New Hampshire bullpen.
Here's the 1-2. That's upstairs for a ball. It's 2-2. Wilson with his double on his last at-bat was his 23rd double of the season. Moves him in the Eastern League rankings up for that. After tonight, tied for 9th in doubles this year. Wilson will swing and foul the 2-2 offering straight back.
Yeah, that double was huge for a lot of reasons. Obviously, one, it got a run home. It ultimately put Ethan Wilson in scoring position where he came around, but maybe more than anything, it also, he was the last batter that Ricky Tiedemann faced. So with that double off the Redders Event Center, that brought the end of the night to Ricky Tiedemann. And the Phils were able to climb a little bit closer.
2-2. Wilson will fight it off again. Not sure if that got a piece of him or more that he was just upset that he missed it.
Yeah, no, I think it got a piece of the catcher, Phil Clark, and it may have got a piece of the umpire, Evan Johnson. So in its at-bat, the batter's been hit, the catcher's been hit, and the umpire have all been hit.
Here's the pitch. Wilson will swing and miss at a 90-mile-an-hour pitch that was down and in, so that's strikeout number 4 for Troy Watson, and that'll bring Max McDowell to the plate.
It's also strikeout number 15 for Fightin's hitters, and we only have 1 out in the 6th inning. That has been a problem for this team. An awful lot of swings and misses.
17 3 times this year. First pitch to McDowell's over for a strike, 0-1. 17 3 times this year is the season high in strikeouts for the Fightin' Phils. 0-1. McDowell will take as it bounces away from the catcher, Phil Clark. It's 1-1. McDowell 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error by the first baseman Rainer Nunez his last time up, and he'll crank that one towards short. And caught on a line by the shortstop, Michael Charconi. And that's out number 2 for New Hampshire.
McDowell kind of got that one off the fists a little bit, little humpback liner.
So here's Pedro Martinez, 2 outs in the 6th. Trying to give the Phils a base runner and turn this lineup over for the 3rd time. Here's the pitch. Martinez, big hack and a miss. It's 0-1. Pedro 1 for 2 tonight. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, 1-1. Fastball at 94 from Troy Watson. Also his action in the bullpen of New Hampshire. Mason Fluharty up and throwing. Next pitch is down and away, 2-1. Fluharty, the number 28 overall prospect in the Toronto organization. Number 6 in the org, Leo Jimenez, got called up today to AAA Buffalo. 2-1, swing and a miss, it's 2-2. Looks like Bryson Stott just hit his 14th home run of the year.
Yep.
Strong night for former Phils continuing.
I think that's the 4th home run of the night. Schwerber, Harper, Bohm, and now Bryson Stott.
Phillies are playing some good baseball right now. It's going to be really exciting next month and hopefully a lot more. 2-2. Upstairs for a ball, it's 3-2.
So the franchise record for home runs in a month is now, I think, hitting 60. I think
it's getting completely shattered.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Yeah.
You still have 3 more days.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch, and Martinez takes it inside, works a walk, and that is a 2-out base runner for Reading. Second straight time that Martinez is aboard. Here comes Cesar Martin, and that'll likely do it tonight for Troy Watson. So step into your future. The South Vernon University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. We'll be back after this on the Art Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Reading Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Still the bottom of the sixth inning, Mason Flew-Hardy, the number 28 overall prospect for New Hampshire, is in and pitching. For Flew-Hardy, it's his 30th appearance, 2-5, a 4.32 ERA, 33 and a third innings pitched, 39 hits, 14 walks, 45 strikeouts, opponents 289 against him. Nick Ward's the first batter he'll face. Pedro Martinez, the man on first against the lefty. 5-3. New Hampshire leads in the bottom of the sixth inning. Flew-Hardy will kick and deal. Ward will take a breaking pitch. It's 1-0. Nick Ward 0 for 3 tonight, 3 strikeouts. They'll throw over towards first. Martinez got a late jump back, but he was in. Pedro 5 for 6 in stolen bases this year. Certainly has speed, just hasn't had a huge chance to show it off much. Of course, missed a good bulk of time with a hamstring injury. Now he goes 1-0, swing and a miss. The throw is low, and it shoots over the glove of Gerardo and into center field. The throw now goes to third, and it's blocked by the third baseman Parmigiani. It stays close enough, so Martinez stays at third. So he has second stolen, his 6th of the year. And then he gets the third on what's likely going to be an E2 on the catcher, Phil Clark, which would be his 11th error of the year. And Ward did swing and miss, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike, but the 4th run of the night for Reading stands 90 feet away. Nick Ward, 234 since being called up to Reading. Has 2 home runs. Here's the pitch. That's in tight, 2-1. Nick Ward, who made his Reading debut against New Hampshire, was 4 for 9, 2 home runs, 5 RBI. The home runs and RBI all came in one contest. 2-1. Swung on, hit in the air well, out towards left center. Robertson races over. It is back and tracked down by the left fielder, Alan Roden. And that will retire the side in the 6th. Fly ball to left ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 error and 1 left on base. We'll go to the 7th. 5-3 New Hampshire on the Art Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to.
We go to the top of the 7-5-3. New Hampshire leads. Reading's been knocking on the door, but they can't break it down quite yet. Will they? Bob McCool's here to tell you all about it.
Keelan Kilgore back out for his second inning of work. He was outstanding, coming in to a 2-on no-out jam in the 6th and retired 3 straight, and those 3 were the top of the order for the Fisher Cats to keep the game at 5-3. And it'll be Will Robertson who will lead it off for New Hampshire here in the 7th. 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors for New Hampshire. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Phils as we turn to the top of the 7th. Will Robertson, the cleanup hitter, 1 for 3 on the night. Singled and scored in the first inning. Rocks one down the first base line, out of the reach of Carlos De La Cruz and into the Phils bullpen. Rocks around down there. Robertson is around second, and he will cruise into third with a stand-up triple. A rocket off the bat from Robertson on the first pitch Kilgore throws here in the 7th. Past the diving Carlos De La Cruz, down the first base line and into the Phils bullpen. And until Jalen Ortiz could track it down in that bullpen, Robertson was flying around second and headed to third. And he is in without a slide with a lead-off triple. 3rd triple of the season for Will Robertson. And that will bring up Rainer Nunez. Phils will bring the infield up about halfway to try to cut down a run here. Big swing by Nunez comes up empty. Nunez with a 2-run single back in that 4 spot that New Hampshire put up in the first inning. In the interim, struck out and grounded out to short in 3 plate appearances, so 1 for 3 officially. 0-1 pitch from Kilgore is way inside, gets away from McDowell. Robertson's coming to the plate. McDowell tosses it away, and Robertson will score. If Max could have put a little zip on that, they probably had a shot at Robertson, but McDowell just kind of underhand tossed it and ultimately threw it over the head of McDowell, and it rolled aimlessly in between the pitcher's mound and home plate. So Robertson will score. That makes it a 6-3 game. Let me scored as a wild pitch, and so now the bases are empty. The count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Nunez. Beats that one foul at the plate. So Kilgore ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rainer Nunez called up from High A Vancouver at the end of May, where he was hitting .309, hitting at .228 coming into tonight's game. But again, with 2 RBIs, and now with 30 RBIs as a Fisher Cat. That one's way outside from Kilgore. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Adam Leverett started, went 2 innings. Carlos Francisco went 2. Tommy McCullum an inning and change. And Keelan Kilgore now the 4th pitcher tonight for the Phils in his 2nd inning of work. There's a swing and a miss, and that will do it for Nunez. Strikeout number 3 for Keelan Kilgore. 1 out here in the 7th for Phil Clark. So the hole for the Fightins gets a little bit deeper. Now down by 3. With still 9 outs to go for the Fightins. Phil Clark 0 for 1 on the night. Grounded a double play back in the first inning, and he's walked twice since then. Curveball, he beats it on the ground in front. McDowell springs out, and the catcher will throw it down to first base in plenty of time for out number 2. Goes 2-3 in the scorebook, and that'll bring up Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke with an RBI double. That was the last run driven in back in that 4-run first inning. 4 runs in the first. Phil's countered with 1 in their half of the first. New Hampshire added another in the 4th. The Phils added 2 in their half of the 4th to make it a 5-3 game. And now a run here in the 7th for New Hampshire, to make it a 6-3 Fisher Cat lead. First pitch from Schwecke, and that's that good off-speed pitch from Kilgore. He's had a lot of effect against the right-handed hitters with that breaking ball. And Schwecke's quickly behind, no balls and a strike. Schwecke also grounded out and struck out in his 3 plate appearances, so 1 for 3 on the night with an RBI. That one bounces up there. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now. Phils and the Fisher Cats back at it tomorrow night for game 2 of this series. 6:45 is the first pitch here in Baseball Town. This one tapped towards short. Casey Martin up with it on a big hop and a throw and cross in plenty of time. And that will do it for New Hampshire in the 7th. But they do put a run across. They do it on 1 hit. They leave none. 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town. It's now New Hampshire 6, Reading 3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning, presented to you here in Baseball Town by Swartz-Culleton PC, representing injury victims in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. If you've been injured, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Carlos De La Cruz, Oliver Dunn, and Jalen Ortiz. That's 2, 3, and 4 in Al Padrique's lineup. Due up here for the Phils in the bottom of the 7th. They're down 6-3. Mason Fluharty, the left-hander, back out on the mound for New Hampshire, and the left-hander misses outside to the right-hander hitting Carlos De La Cruz. Jake mentioned Mason Fluharty, one of the top prospects in the Toronto organization, number 28 prospect to be exact. 6'2", 215-pound, 22-year-old lefty, comes with the 1-0 pitch to De La Cruz, and that's low. It's 2-0. Fluharty promoted from Vancouver to New Hampshire on May the 23rd. 12 appearances at High A. He was 1-0 with a 0.59 earned run average. 2-0 pitch is way outside to De La Cruz. He had 21 strikeouts in 15 1/3 innings at Vancouver. Three balls and no strikes now to Carlos De La Cruz. And he comes right down the middle with a pitch, 3-1.
Think he was taken all the way
I
there?
think he was taken all the way. Fluharty, his 30th appearance with the Fisher Cats, 33 1/3 innings, 45 strikeouts, 14 walks. He has given up 6 home runs, as this one is tapped foul down the third baseline and into the Fisher Cat bullpen. So the count now full to Carlos De La Cruz. Again, De La Cruz and Oliver Dunn tied in a home run lead in the Phils with 21 apiece. I don't know that De La Cruz, other than maybe a couple games at the beginning of the year, has never had the home run lead, as that's an outside ball 4. So Carlos De La Cruz on base for the second time via a walk. The first time he walked, he came around to score. Phil's first run back in the first inning. So that will bring up the aforementioned Oliver Dunn. Dunn walked his last time up. a couple of strikeouts in his at-bats against Ricky Tiedemann. And the first pitch from Fluharty, left-hander facing the left-handed Dunn, is inside for a ball. And that one is low as well. It's ball 2. Dunn fists this one out of play. It's quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes to Oliver Dunn. De La Cruz takes his lead off of first. This one back up the middle. Flipped from second to short for 1. The relay is not in time. Geraldo just gloved it towards Turconi, the shortstop, for the lead. But the relay legged out by Oliver Dunn. He's safe at first. So De La Cruz retired on the force out for the first out. So that'll bring up Jalen Ortiz. Jalen 2 for 3 on the night. Double with an RBI in the first. Singled his last time up. 2 for 3. And now 7 for his last 20. Good size lead for Dunn at first. This one into dirt. So after a dreadful series against Somerset for Jalen Ortiz, a solid series on the road at Harrisburg. 3 of his 5 hits, extra base hits, and it's 7 RBIs. It adds to that total tonight with that RBI double back in the first inning. Pickoff attempt, Dunn back without a problem. He's with 6 doubles now on the season, 8 home runs. 1-0 pitch. There for a called strike. Fluharty fastball isn't overpowering by a stretch of imagination. 90-91. Very good cutter and a slider as well. Slider is his best pitch. Dunn, again, good lead. Fluharty thinking a little bit too good of a lead, so he makes the toss over. Dunn does have 14 stolen bases on the year. Both bullpens are quiet right now. 6-3 Fisher Cats, 1 out for the Phils here in the 7th. Big swing, no contact from Ortiz, and now the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jalen. Madison Stokes and the Phils on deck circle. 1 on, 1 out in the 7th. Dunn takes off, pitches high, throw down is in time. Oliver Dunn thrown out on the stolen base. That's 2 down in the inning.
Good throw from Phil Clark behind home plate to get Oliver Dunn, and a good tag as well by Geraldo, the second baseman.
The pitch up high to Ortiz, so the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter.
18th runner caught stealing this year by Phil Clark.
And that one's into dirt, and now Ortiz has worked the count full. Ball got loose in the Phil's bullpen. So timeout is called. A little surprised that that bullpen is quiet. It's like Kilgore is going to get a 3rd inning of work here. Mason Fluharty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Phils are retired here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. 7 complete in Baseball Town. 6-3 New Hampshire on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Game, that's the PSCCU high-low game.
Top half of the 8th inning, and it is indeed Keelan Kilgore back out to work here in the 8th. Kilgore came in to work out of a jam in the 6th. Gave up a run in the 7th. And now looking to try to keep this at a 3-run deficit for the Phils at 6-3 as New Hampshire bats here in the 8th. Michael Turconi, left-hand hitter, leads off for New Hampshire and takes the first pitch over for a called strike. Turconi flew out to center field, solo home run in the 4th and walked in the 6th, so 1 for 2 on the night. And the breaking ball from Kilgore is low and away for ball 1. Turconi, a Wake Forest product, after graduating from Blackhawk High School in Pittsburgh. Now 24 years of age. He's called up to New Hampshire on August the 9th. This is his 14th game in a Fisher Cat uniform as Kilgore misses one up and in. It's 2 balls and a strike. Riley Terada and Alan Rhoden, 8, 9, and 1 in the Fisher Cat lineup, due up in this inning. 2 of whom are left-handers, so that's another reason why Kilgore is back out there, as he gets that one over for a called strike 2. And now Turconi will call time with a 2-2 count. Dominic Pipkin is up and beginning and throwing in the Phil's bullpen. So if Kilgore runs into any trouble here, he'll probably come in relief. Kilgore at 27 pitches. Turconi started and stopped, and they say he did not go around. So it's now a full count to Michael Turconi. Breaking ball is fisted into center field for a base hit. Turconi has his 2nd hit of the night, 10th hit of the game for the Fisher Cats, and another leadoff base runner for New Hampshire in this ballgame.
6 out of 8 innings tonight, New Hampshire has gotten the leadoff base runner aboard, and I mean, that's a recipe for success if you're New Hampshire. I mean, if you're any team, get that leadoff man aboard and go from there.
4 of the previous 5 have scored, for what it's worth, and that'll bring up Riley Terada, who has walked twice in 3 plate appearances tonight. First pitch from Kilgore. Tried to check his swing and then tried to kind of swing, and ultimately he swung and missed. I'm not sure what Terada was doing. He just called timeout. I think he wants to reevaluate. He started and stopped and then restarted again. And ultimately it's strike 1. That one's over for a called strike 2. So Kilgore quickly ahead of the 9-hole hitter. No balls and 2 strikes. That one's into dirt. Good block by McDowell. Not far enough away for Turconi to advance.
Keelan Kilgore currently at 2 innings pitched. He can get this out here. We'll get to 2 1/3, which would mark a new season high in innings pitched for Keelan Kilgore as well.
Again, a left-hander in the on-deck circle, in the leadoff man, Alan Roden. Looks like Pipkin is loose if they need to turn to him. That one's over for a called strike 3. That's one down here in the 8th.
Marks a new season high in innings pitched for Keelan Kilgore. Looks like he'll stay for Roden, which makes sense. I mean, you're not going to keep him in against the righty if you're not going to keep him in against the lefty. So maybe this is the last batter that Kilgore gets.
4th strikeout for Keelan Kilgore since coming in. And this indeed will bring up Roden, who's 2 for 4. Started this game with a solo home run, also single back in the 4th. Fly out to center and a strikeout in 4 plate appearances. First pitch to him is over for a called strike 1. Roden has been highly productive for the Fisher Cats since his promotion from Vancouver. He was hitting .321 at high A. He's hitting better than that so far with New Hampshire. He's hitting .321 beginning tonight's game, and he's 2 for 4. A 1 pitch, tap towards Dunn at second. Flips to short for 1. Casey Martin's relay is in time for the double play. 4-6-3 on the twin killing. And that will do it for the Fisher Cats in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. To the bottom of the 8th, when we come back to Reading, it's the Fisher Cats 6, the Phils 3.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
The Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in a right-hander for New Hampshire. Right-hander T.J. Brock now comes in for the Fisher Cats here in the 8th, with the Phils on top by a 6-3 score.
T.J. Brock, an alum of The Ohio State University. 26 appearance, 2-1, a 7.56 ERA. Opponents hitting .321 against him across 25 innings pitched.
Madison Stokes, the first one to face him, and Stokes takes one for a called strike. Madison 0 for 2 tonight, was safe on an error and scored a run back in the 4th inning, also walked in the 1st. First pitch to him was a called strike. Second one from Brock, good breaking ball, and it's over for a called strike 2. Brock promoted from Vancouver to New Hampshire on May the 30th. He's 4-0 in Vancouver. The 1.77 earned run average. Not so much in New Hampshire with a 7.56 earned run average, but it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Stokes after missing on the 0-2 pitch. Stokes to be followed by Casey Martin. That one's way up high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then Ethan Wilson. That's what's due up for the Phils here in the 8th, down 6-3. 6 runs on 10 hits for the Fisher Cats, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Phils. This one hit foul down the third base line. Stokes stays alive. And fouls another one away. Jay Brock, originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, as Jake said, stayed home, played in Columbus with the Ohio State Buckeyes, drafted by the Blue Jays in the 6th round in last year's draft, 2022. Swing and a miss, and he gets Madison Stokes on strikes. One out here in the 8th. I believe that's 17 strikeouts now for the Phils, which would tie their team high. We were talking about that earlier. Or is that 16?
It is number 17.
17. So tying a team high for the Phils with 17 strikeouts as Casey Martin comes to plate. He's been a strikeout victim 3 times. And first pitch to him is over for a called strike.
Brock, who has a hard fastball, upper 90s. Also a feature a pretty nice slider as well.
Fouls this one away, and Casey Martin quickly in a no-ball and 2-strike hole. Fisher Cat bullpen is quiet. And Dominic Pipkin had been up and loosening up in the Phils bullpen in the last inning, so it would appear he's going to come in for the 9th. No balls and 2 strikes to Casey Martin. Fisted into right field. Trevor Schwecke will drift in and make the catch for out number 2. Going to bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. Wilson with an RBI double back in the 4th inning. 1 for 3 tonight. Access to today's R-Phil's team leader brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias. The chase for the double crown in Reading could be very interesting down the stretch. Oliver Dunn leads with 24. Carlos De La Cruz has 23. With his double tonight, Ethan Wilson has 23. Madison Stokes has 21. So 4 guys in the chase there for the leader in the double category. That's today's Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, R-Phil team leader. Contact Johanna at 484-554-9969. 1 ball, no strikes to Ethan Wilson. Off-speed pitch, and he's way out in front of it. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting Ethan Wilson. Swing and a miss, and another pitch down low. And Wilson buries himself in a count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one back towards the middle. Geraldo, the second baseman, backhands it. Off balance throw is in plenty of time. And the Phils go down quietly here in the 8th. 1, 2, 3. We'll head to the 9th. The Fisher Cats still on top, 6-3.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star R-Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the R-Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at rphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Subway is a proud 2023 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. Subway prides itself on high-quality, fresh foods at affordable prices. Numerous locations throughout the Berks County area, including 1193 Berkshire Boulevard in Wyomissing. Subway combines amazing, fast, friendly service and made-to-order options. Visit Subway.com to find a location near you or to place an order. Subway, eat fresh. Top half of the 9th inning, Phil's down 6-3. And the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen will bring in right-hander Dominic Pipkin for Reading. Pipkin becomes the 5th pitcher tonight in what was designed as a bullpen game for the Phils. And he will face Miguel Geraldo. And the first pitch over for a called strike. Geraldo started this game with a base hit, came around to score a run, and then has struck out 3 times since then. He's behind Pipkin, no balls and a strike. And make it no balls and 2 strikes. Geraldo came in swinging a hot bat after a 7 for 23 series against Binghamton, which he drove in 8 runs, and added to that with that first inning single. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes as Pipkin misses this one outside. Geraldo beats that foul at the plate, staying alive. Juan Nunez now up and pitching in the New Hampshire bullpen. As Pipkin misses another one outside, it's now 2-2. So assuming that Nunez will come in for the 9th. Swing and a miss, and Geraldo again goes down swinging. Out number 1 here in the 9th.
Of course, if you're Dominic Pipkin here, the goal is to keep this a 3-run game, give your team a chance. In the bottom of the 9th inning, he said a lot of strikeouts tonight for the Phils. Quiet night offensively, but like we saw in Harrisburg on Friday, late inning magic can certainly always strike.
That will bring up Damiano Palmigiani. 1 for 4 on the night. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. This one fouls it off his foot, and Palmigiani down on both knees at the plate. So Evan Johnson, our home plate umpire, will ask for a couple balls from the bat boy in the Phil's dugout. Really just as a matter of giving Palmigiani some time. So Pipkin ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to the 3-hole hitter. That one's way outside. It's 1-2. One out here in the 9th. 1-2 pitch. Again outside, it's 2-2. So the same pattern for Pipkin as he was in with Geraldo. Got ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Then missed with a couple pitches outside before eventually striking out Geraldo. Now time is called at the plate. This time Palmigiani calls time. Again, the first time the umpire called time after Palmigiani fouled off his foot. 2-2 pitch. That one's low, and now the count is full. As Palmigiani fouls this one out of play with a late swing. Pipkin, this is his 15th appearance, 15 in the 3rd inning, 16 strikeouts and 6 walks. As the right-hander delivers, 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one ripped into left field. Ethan Wilson with a long run, dives and can't get it. It will roll to the fence. Palmigiani will roll into second base with a double. Full out extension for Ethan Wilson. It hit his glove, but it did not stick. And Palmigiani's on base with a double. Hit number 11 on the night for the Fisher Cats. Second of the night for Palmigiani. It's also his 24th double of the season. I'll bring up Will Robertson. Robertson with a triple that came around to score the 6th run of the night for the Fisher Cats back in the 7th inning. Eventually came in what was ruled a pass ball off the glove of Max McDowell. So runner at second, 1 out here in the 9th. Fisher Cats looking for some insurance with Juan Nunez up in the bullpen. This one lifted in left field. Wilson will go back, still going back to the wall, leaps and makes the catch. Palmigiani was all the way to third base and has to scamper back to second. to avoid the double play.
Awesome catch by Ethan Wilson in left, and he's been playing some really good defense out in left field as of late. Obviously making some tough plays look easy, but then making some super tough plays just overall, like that one right there for out number 2.
I know there's a stat in baseball for everything, Jake. I always say that to you, but I don't know that there's a stat for this. But Ethan Wilson has to be among the league leaders in crashing into the wall.
Probably.
He has made a bunch of catches banging into the fences, whether it's in right field or left, including that one. That's 2 down now for Rainer Nunez. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Not sure where Palmigiani was going. If Ethan Wilson doesn't catch that, he's going to score easily, but he was all the way to third base and had a sprint back to second to avoid the double play. So 2 down, 1-0 to Nunez. That one's up high, it's 2-0. Nunez 1 for 4 on the night. He had a 2-run single back in that first inning. And the first 5 Fisher Cats had base hits, including Alan Roden, who led it off with a solo home run. 2-0 to Nunez. That one's over for a called strike 1. Fisher Cats 19-29 coming into this season. Phil's again trying to get to that 500 mark, and what's been an elusive number for them over the season. 2 balls and a strike to Nunez. Swing and a miss. Reading has not been over 500 at all. They have reached 500 a couple times in this second half. Two balls and 2 strikes to Rainer Nunez. Started and stopped. They said he did not go around. And so now the count is full.
No, the fans aren't too happy with it.
3-2 now to Nunez. Pipkin working from the stretch with a runner at second. And that misses outside, ball 4. So Nunez is on base for the second time. 6th walk of the night by Phil's pitchers. Now I'll bring up Phil Clark, who's walked twice himself. He's also hit into a double play and out on a swinging bunt out in front of the plate. So officially 0 for 2 on the night. 2 on, 2 out. Top half of the ninth. First pitch lines this one down the third base line and into the grandstand. Swing and a miss. Pipkin ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get that third and final out here in the 9th inning. Infield plays the left-handed hitting Clark to pull outfield around the other way. 0-2 pitch into dirt. Phils and Fisher Cats continue this series all the way through Sunday. Saturday night is a salute to 90s night, and it's Simpsons night as well. And of course, Mega Blast fireworks.
Last one of the year.
Largest in stadium history.
Probably will be. It's the last one of the year. Doesn't get bigger than that.
And then Sunday, the Fanatic will be here for the season finale, 5:15 first pitch here in Baseball Town. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Phil Clark. Time called at the plate. I think Clark tired of waiting, so he called the timeout. Dominic Pipkin and Max McDowell trying to get on the same page. One-two pitch. Fouled straight back. Clark stays alive. Phils will have Max McDowell, Pedro Martinez, and Nick Ward. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the 9th. Pending any changes from a pinch hitting standpoint, Phils do have some bats on the bench they might opt for, depending on whether they get some men on base. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Clark. Swing and a miss, and that will do it for the Fisher Cats here in the ninth. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We head to the ninth. Last chance for the home team. They need 3 to tie and 4 to walk it off when we come back on the Reading Fight Phillies radio network.
Unlike any other area in First Energy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action out of the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Tonight's attendance brought to you by PSECU 3681. Watching baseball here in Baseball Town. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. Phils need 3 to tie, 4 to walk it off here in the ninth inning. They'll send Cody Roberts to the plate to pinch hit for Max McDowell. And new pitcher on the mound for the Fisher Cats is right-hander Juan Nunez. So Cody Roberts pinch hits. And the first pitch from Nunez is there for a called strike 1. And same pitch, slider that catches the strike zone. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes now to Cody Roberts. Roberts will call time at the plate. Roberts on the season ending at 226, 11 doubles, 5 home runs. 0-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Adrian Martinez in the on-deck circle, and then the top of the order, and Nick Ward due up for the Phils here in the ninth. 6 runs on 11 hits for New Hampshire, 3 runs on just 4 hits for Reading. And the 0-2 pitch to Roberts is low for a ball. For Nunez, this is his 26th appearance of the season for the Fisher Cats, 2-3 with a 2.70 earned run average. Does not have a save. And that one's low, it's 2-0. This would be a save opportunity here in a 3-run game. Nunez in 33 1/3 innings, 50 strikeouts, 28 walks, has given up 2 home runs. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cody Roberts. This one fouled down the third baseline, and Roberts stays alive. Nunez, 27 years old, originally from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Signed as an international free agent by the Blue Jays all the way back in 2013. Now at 27 years of age, still with the same organization. 2-2 pitch, and Roberts again stays alive as he fouls this one into the Fisher Cat dugout. Nunez began the season at Vancouver, just pitched in 3 games at High A before being promoted to New Hampshire. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cody Roberts. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out number 1 here in the 9th. As the strikeout column continues to climb for the Fightins, that is a season high 18 strikeouts now on the night. And that'll bring Pedro Martinez to the plate. The 9-0 hitter has been on base twice tonight. Struck out back in the 2nd, but then singled in the 4th and walked in the 6th. Bill's looking for some base runners. And Martinez will foul this one out of play. Nunez winds and delivers. Martinez lifts this one into shallow left field. Alan Roden has the perfect spot for it. He'll make the catch for out number 2, and the Phils are down to their last at bat. That'll be leadoff man Nick Ward. Ward 0 for 4 on the night. He struck out 3 times and also flew out the left field. And the first pitch to Ward is low for a ball. Again, Ricky Tiedemann was brilliant tonight to start for New Hampshire, but came out after 3 2/3 innings, but he struck out 11. And that started the ball rolling for this Fisher Cat staff. As Ward takes that one low for a ball, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Again, a season high 18 strikeouts now for the Phils tonight. As they're down to the last out here in the 9th. 2-0 to Nick Ward. He lifts this one into center field. Back goes Robertson, still going back to the warning track, and has room and makes the catch in the triangle and straightaway center field. And the Phils go down in order in the 9th. 1, 2, 3 goes Reading, and the Fisher Cats jump out to that early lead with a 4 spot in the 1st, and they hold on for a 6-3 victory tonight over Reading. We'll take a timeout and come back with the postgame show on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network right after this.
Santa Ana Group Deck is a great spot for all fans of a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home-run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Welcome back to the postgame show where the Reading Fightin Phils fall tonight to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats by a score of 6-3. The home woes continue for the Reading Fightin Phils, who now drop to 19-38 at home. Contrasting that with a 34-29 record on the road. It has been a baffling season in that regard for the Fightin Phils. The old adage in baseball is you try to play 500 on the road and then win your games and win the series at home. And Reading has done almost the exact opposite of that in terms of this season. And so now they fall to 2 games under 500. And we'll try to keep an eye and a track on what's going on in the other games going on in the Eastern League involving the other teams in the chase with the Phils to try to grab that second playoff spot. Again, Reading coming into tonight's game was 2 games back of second place Binghamton. And Binghamton's game is not yet complete. And so that's a piece of the puzzle. Portland lost to Somerset tonight. Portland was in 3rd place with the Phils in 4th place. A game difference between the Phils and the Sea Dogs. But again, the game with Binghamton, actually the game with Binghamton did go final. So Binghamton did win that game 1-0 over Harrisburg tonight. So the Phils do drop another game in the standings now behind Binghamton. So they are now 3 games out of first place with their loss tonight to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. But this is just game 1 of the 6-game homestand. The Phils will try to get it corrected tomorrow night and try to take care of business in this series against a team that is now 9 games under 500 with their win tonight. But the Fisher Cats came out smoking. The Phils came into this game with the idea that this one was going to be a bullpen game for them, and Adam Leverett gets the start for the Phils, hoping to get at least 2, if not 3 innings out of Adam Leverett. But the Fisher Cats came out swinging. Their leadoff man, Alan Roden, with a 2-2 pitch, drove one over the right field fence for a home run, his 6th of the season. And the Fisher Cats were on top 1-0, but they were far from done in the first inning. Next man up, Miguel Geraldo, single up the middle. Next man up, Damiano Palmigiano, single to set up the middle. Next man up, Will Robertson, single to right field. 4 straight hits, and the bases were loaded. And that brought up Rainer Nunez. He, too, singled. That drove in both Geraldo and Palmigiano. That made it a 3-0 game. And then Adam Leverett finally got his first outs, and he got a double play off the bat of Phil Clark on a ground ball to Oliver Dunn that turned it into a double play. And maybe the Phils were in a position to get out of it with a man on third base and 2 outs, but the next man up, Trevor Schwecke, hit one down the third base line and off the wall for a double. His 13th double of the season, his 29th RBI of the season, and the Fisher Cats made it 4-0 in the first inning. Leverett did settle down in the second inning, but the hole had been dug. And the Phils came back in their half of the first. Carlos De La Cruz, batting in his customary number 2 hole, worked a walk off of Ricky Tiedemann. And then 1 out later, it was Jalen Ortiz who hit a rocket off the left center field wall. 114 miles an hour off the bat of that double for Jalen Ortiz. His 6th double of the season, his 32nd RBI of the season. And the Phils are on the board with a 4-1 difference on the scoreboard. The next man up was Madison Stokes. He walked. And then after that, Ricky Tiedemann just said, enough of that. He struck out the next 7 batters he faced before getting into some trouble in the 4th inning. In the meantime, the Fisher Cats put another run across in the 4th. This time it was a leadoff home run by the 8-hole hitter Michael Turconi. That one coming off of Carlos Francisco. That made it a 5-1 game, but the Phils came back in their half thanks to some hits and some glove issues for the Fisher Cats. Madison Stokes got it started with a safe on an error by the shortstop Michael Turconi. And after a Casey Martin strikeout, Ethan Wilson line one off the Redner's Event Center in right center field for his 23rd double of the season, his 54th RBI of the season as Stokes came home. And that also ended the night for Ricky Tiedemann. But what a performance by the 21-year-old lefty. 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts in just 3 2/3 innings. Again, he's been bothered by some bicep tightness over the course of this season, so he was already going to be on a limited amount of pitches and innings tonight. And after Ethan Wilson's double, they took him out. And then Max McDowell came up, and Max hit a little flare in the right field that went off the glove of the first baseman Rainer Nunez and fell for what was ruled an error. And Wilson came home to score on the play. That made it a 5-3 game. Pedro Martinez followed with a single with runners at first and second. The top of the order was up and Nick Ward, but Ward ends up coming up striking out as Troy Watson retired him coming out of the bullpen. and the Phil's rally ended at a 5-3 difference on the scoreboard. And then in the 7th, the Fisher Cats bats struck again with another leadoff hit. This time it was Will Robertson hit a rocket down the first baseline that rolled all the way into the Phil's bullpen. And eventually Robertson ended up with a stand-up triple, his third triple of the season, and then came home a couple pitches later on a pass ball. That made it a 6-3 game in favor of the Fisher Cats. And that was it. They were unable to do any more than that. That run coming off of Keelan Kilgore. And the Phils then had to go to work with the bats, but they were unable to do so against the Fisher Cat bullpen. Troy Watson, Mason Fluharty, TJ Brock, and then eventually it was Juan Nunez to come on to get the final 3 outs for the Fisher Cats, and he ultimately ends up recording the save as well in this one as the Phils end up going 1-2-3 in the 9th inning. Again, 18 strikeouts by Phil's hitters tonight. That is a new team high, and the Phils fall tonight to New Hampshire by the final score of 6-3. 6 runs on 11 hits, 3 errors for New Hampshire, 9 men left on base for the Fisher Cats. For the Fightins, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. Troy Watson gets the win out of the bullpen. He is 2-6. Adam Leverett takes the loss. He is 0-4. Juan Nunez got those 3 outs in the 9th inning, and it was a save opportunity for him, his first of the year. Time of the game tonight, 2 hours and 50 minutes, played in front of 3,681 here in Baseball Town. Don't forget the Phils and the Fisher Cats back at it tomorrow night. 6:45 is first pitch. Tompkins Plaza will open up at 6 o'clock, and the Phils and the Fisher Cats will be here right up and through Sunday, as this is the second to the last home series for the Phils. Phils now down to only 11 more games left in this 2023 season, but still a lot of action and fun left to be had here in Baseball Town. The Phils and the Fisher Cats again Saturday night is a tribute to 90s night. Lots of 90s things going on, including a lot of Simpsons stuff in the ballpark. And, of course, it will wrap up with a Mega Blast fireworks, the largest fireworks show in stadium history. Sunday, if you want to come out on Sunday, well, come on out and see the Phils and the Fisher Cats. And the Philly Fanatic will be here as well to perform for all of the fans. 6 tickets available at 610-370-BALL or order online at rphils.com. Still plenty of time and fun left to be had here in Baseball Town in 2023. Phils and the Fisher Cats, as I said, tomorrow night, 6:45. Mick Abel back on the mound for the Phils. Pitched an outstanding game in his last outing in Harrisburg. He'll try to duplicate that tomorrow night, and he will face right-hander Michael Dominguez for the Fisher Cats. 6:45 is game time tomorrow night, and we will be live on the plaza with our pregame show with the manager. The Fightin' Phils, Al Badrique, will join us for his weekly chat with us on our pregame show live just inside Tompkins Plaza when the gates open up at 6 o'clock. So again, the Phils fall tonight to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats by a final score of 6-3. New Hampshire now 20-29 on the season. Reading falls to 25-27. That will do it for our broadcast. With my colleague in the booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Hope you'll do the same tomorrow night. Better yet, love to see you here at the ballpark. Thanks again for listening, everyone. Phils fall tonight to the Fisher Cats by a final score of 6-3. See you tomorrow night in Baseball Town.